Renegade, man afraid, man in the wilderness.
Which is right.
Keep it real and honest. Today I am
at that you need to print a banner. You see the thing that I have there, sir?
Yeah, no,
you need to print a banner with the man in the wilderness behind you there, sir.
No, some people want the shirt in aromatic.
Oh, they want the shirt.
Some people want the man say, no, man, we'll have the man in the wilderness and all. People want to go on, you know, good? Yeah, mama, they are reaching with our car tonight, you know, a scotch, you know. Burn down the place. Yeah, man. Yeah, but when enough already, you know what? I don't know, I can't hear up too much people at night. Glenn, Paula, yeah, man, Brown, soon, you know, red line. Well, may I tell you, Mr. G, JP, Wayne. No, man, too much true love. But just run down the thing, you know, just run it down the bit. You know, that's big not star. Yeah, Ivan, blessed, and boy, I run it down, you know, because, you know, when people come over here, so them know a town hall, you know. Blackwell. The man, next year, same name, Chris Blackwell, you know. Them man, them not easy, you know. I said, come on. Yeah, aromatic.
Yes.
First time Pantona, that can't be the last time, because when we have
because right.
Bonfire.
Can't be the last time I'm really come. I'm a principal, you know.
Yeah, man. So them know the thing go. Yeah, this. We're going to England, sir. BCA. We're not Herbert. Well, them not from there already. Now, Catherine was soon, you know. Gloria. Yeah, man, them enough. Can't call out everybody in the night, okay? You know, say, we're going into some things that know in a town hall. You see me? Yeah, man, a town hall, man. Yes? All right, so Arrow.
Yeah.
We see the Prime Minister.
Yes.
Walk out apart. This is the first in the history.
Yes, man.
Jamaica. I never see you have a Prime Minister or a government. What me know opposition that walk out.
Yeah.
Opposition not have the person around the country, you know, them oppose you and they make sure everything all right and work for the people. But when you say governing party, a matter of fact, it was a plan.
Yeah, man.
Because, you know, Mr. Golden make a speech the other day. Just now, because I see it. Yeah, I'm going to carry him over here, you know. He might come on one day, maybe one day in the week, I think. Me soon advertise that. You know,
right.
Them get film in speech. Them get it.
Print out.
Yes. So then
print out.
You notice when them reach there, so like yes. Okay, 14, they have to have 16. The quorum have 16, right?
Yes, which is right.
14 them have. So what we can do now, we walk out and we just stop him from doing it.
Yes.
It's a goddamn shame and disrespect.
Disrespectful, man, because as I said, bro, if I notice, you know, anywhere him go, him give the Prime Minister in respect. When then they are the breakfast healing, he address the Prime Minister properly, you know. Prime Minister address him as Mark, not the leader of the opposition, you know, Mark Golden. You know. Him always trying to undermine the man, you know.
Yes, me notice, man.
You understand what I say? And them thing they not sit with we because we know it's the other thing that Edward say I got to Michael.
Yes.
So what I mean, and it's like if you don't respect the leader of the People's National Party, brother, the man is the opposition, brother. You have to respect the man because the man no go around and disrespect people, brother. All when you out there, they call the man such man on the campaign trail. Them think there are some low things still in a brother. They call the man such man, you know.
No, but him a such man.
Of course, I'm a
such man.
The man then have no credibility, man.
I'll show you some other thing when do on the campaign trail because the man have a wife. And when him do in the parliament and not about low, that low. Because you have my wife and you have grandkids. And then too, you know your wife and your two sons, them and thing. I don't know you have no. That are your family. And then you go on that and you say, you know, you use a illustration as about be a best baby father. You make even when your name a call up and baby and that kind of thing. That's so disrespectful.
It is very.
Prime Minister.
And a married man of your wife.
Let me just tell you this. He must kettle.
Out of order, man. You have your wife and you are the Prime Minister, brother. Your wife is there. What kind of statement that you're a married man?
In the house.
In the house, but best baby father.
Speech. That are the laws. Me never see.
the man then carry the house.
I'm a watch thing, brother.
You always say a thing said down a KFC I went them kind of house there down a Kingston and St. Andrew Music. But this up here so come like look better than down a
No. It's not better. It's not better. It's more terrible. It's dangerous.
Oh God.
You understand? It's dangerous.
Right.
The man move and him can't listen. Prime Minister, when you fling stone and you live in a glass house, I say it go. You are skittle.
Which is right. And it's the next thing I want to tell you, my brother. You build this and a year program, and I can't tell you who to interview and who to come on and do so. But one of my thing and one of my observation, my brother, you are trying to enlighten the citizen. And if someone gonna come onto your program and trying to mislead your audience, trying to send a narrative, me not have them in a brother. Me not have that patient there in a brother.
No worse. Everybody who know me know my style. They know my style. They know what me stand for. I'm gonna stand for the foolish.
Man, me I watch a thing yesterday and me vex, but me just go and hold it and eat. You know what I say?
You see it? All right.
No.
I will not come in and stoop to foolishness. And I mean, never talk about them because you saw me I move with a different, you know our things there.
Yeah, which is right.
Yeah, somebody pass up to me and I say, somebody I say, no, you boycott the election. No, never tell anybody who said that thing that they have ulterior motive. Any man, no man could come on here. I said, Mr. Lonesome, if you tell Market G, you see the general election I come boycott it, that means they work for Andrew Holness. Because 1983 election.
Yes.
Monday, because you remember them disenfranchised 200,000 voters, young voters. And
yes.
I'm sure Monday never won because we Siaga go on with in boycott that election. So but Siaga go back and oppose. So I have one time JLP have every seat alone to vote for them,
Yes, man.
60 seat.
I can give them it.
All 60 because you never
contest.
So when somebody say boycott a general election, when them know say Anja get what now about that mean they might get some big cash somewhere and say, yo man, I think some people are out there. Let me tell you this. Yeah. This is not how we crash them out there, so.
Yeah, which is right. But if we if him boycott it, what going to happen? The man still going to power.
Even a power, that means that you understand you don't boycott no election.
I don't understand some agenda. You know what I mean? Some agenda I don't understand, and me as a man, sometimes me just short-term memory, because my focus is all about to work on behalf of my fellow man them, You know what I mean? And me no want a guy come distract me and they come tell me nonsense. Understand? Me and them they on a journey where me I try to inform them, enlighten them, make sure say the next time around them me no want nobody come over here come confuse them. Flip, you're gone.
Yes.
Come over here. Because the thing about it, when if you have a platform, you don't need my platform to spread your narrative, You use the platform and spread on the narrative, brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. See? So we work different here. If we remember you have a government, and when you see the country go down, your whole government to account.
Of course.
Because your family has suffered too,
Yes, man.
So no care where you live and you born and go in a place. If you have your mother and live there, your father, them dead or something. Remember this. You must have cousin or somebody down there suffer. If you don't have the hand telephone, you have some friend or somebody, but you have people that suffer.
Of course.
And you have to speak truth to power.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. What you going to do? You try to defend the undefensible. And at the same time, when you do that, you tell life on the next. yo, me just can't get it.
All right. People, I could start not them one with 2 look video we're talking now, right?
Yeah, which is right.
You say in 2015, right? Me tell them something this morning, Elijah Clark coming up and down and them say I'm the best, this and that. But I'm not him alone, 6 of them. Me leave out 3, me go talk about 3 of them. Between Bruce and Andrew, them finance minister with them use and then junior finance minister wreck the economy.
Yes, man.
Let me tell you, a 3-3, So it was Nelson, Webby, Shaw again. Well, at 5, but we just call it 6. Because Shaw again come back. This time, and then give to Ligel, because them make him under one. Ligel, and Mummy return. What's your name again? The one where there. The Mummy return, man.
That's
the Education Ministry.
Education Minister Williams.
The Mummy returned that. So the Mummy returned. So at them there, around 5 of them destroy the country.
Yes, man, which is right.
Them destroy the country. They move the Mummy return, they move Shaw and them give Ligel it fully. From 2018.
Yes, man.
He have it fully for himself for going pandang. So, but he gone over 2 different terms. From another term, yeah?
Yeah.
That one day. And I make a bag of nice and I do a bag of thing. But I remind you remember when the 15, when they said they move the threshold to 1,500? And they ask, PMP ask, how they going to do it? You want to know them get the money for do it? Listen what Shaw himself, I tell you, look where I'm going to take the money from for do it. Look here. Look here.
News from Jamaica, the curtains have closed on the budget debate for the country's fiscal year 2016-2017. Finance Minister Audley Shaw made the final presentation on Wednesday, however backpedaling on a declaration that the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, made to stay away from NHT funds. Minister Shaw confirmed that the government will be tapping into the NHT coffers, but with good reason.
In this budget, we are taking $11 billion from the Housing Trust.
You want, remember that, stop it there, sir. You remember then they run out and say, we this and that and that. You see where them going to get money from?
Yes, man.
They must say, we give it, but we take it, you know, but we give it back. So them have to find money somewhere for do it. And the Housing Trust them read. And they sign it, if take over 100 billion out of it. You know, people contribution money.
Yeah, man, them cash cow that, man.
Can you imagine this? Yeah, so them go get the money, you can't make nothing pass. Look here. Make you hear him again. Yeah.
Tapping into the NHD coffers, but with good reason.
Good reason.
In this budget, we are taking $11 billion from the Housing Trust. Yes? Well, listen to me carefully, yes? But guess this now. Oh, yeah, but hear this now. But
hey, we know why you're nothing from him, but we're making play no people. Well, on there. We're making play. But we don't really want you nothing from him, but we're making play out. Because they're not, oh yes, hear this, so that me I try to show you that's a 3 card, 4 card, 5 card, 100 card, man, that. Because them I said them could have do this. And them know them I get money from and blah. Them bun, when post of the user one time go pay the NHT, them bun it. Remember them did with the economy, you know. So
yeah, which is right.
Trade it back, you know.
Yeah.
But them did bun it out. And here now, oh yes, but listen this now. You can't make them get away with these things. You have to drive back on them.
Nah, man. A 3 card government, you know. 3 card government is not a government with substance. You know what I mean? They're full of a lot of gyow.
It's bad, man. This bad. You see it? I'm going to continue it.
hear this now. In our 1.5 plan, we are giving back $12.5 billion back to the people.
But you know where the money did I come from? We never know you're going to read the NHT. That means they never have no money. Them sit down, you know, and burn it, you know.
They never have no money.
The people, them, you know, and as them reach in there, them go read it. I said them I give you this, but them have to go and take it from somewhere. Take it from the NHT. NHT. I just said start cripple the NHT, you know.
Yeah? Of course.
Okay. Watch out.
And in addition to that, the Prime Minister announced yesterday that we are bringing on board low-income contributors to the National Housing Trust to be able to receive mortgages at 0%.
That's why I'm talking about mortgage. I have nothing to do with the money we him take. Kind of like him take the money, them have get money for buy from National Housing Trust now, differently. And 0%, that have nothing to do with the money we him taking. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So you
Guess
happy,
what?
if you borrow 10 cents, happy that now have nothing to do why you read the housing trust for you see man burn the PMP. Although them did mash up the country already and it have to balance back.
That's
You see
why
it?
that's why it's so important to have man like you around here, you know, bro. Because the normal man, you know, will not understand this, you know, until you carry it, come and break it down for him and make him understand what really are going on, you know, brother. You understand? So I just want some people to know, say, we ain't lonesome. Man in the wilderness. Don't take it for granted. People to appreciate them things every day, brother.
This more than bad though. Because when you hear them come out and burn up proportion and proportion though. Knock it down on some people. So yeah, them going to the NHT, you know, expect them to do this. So when the matter they say, oh, we're gonna make some people get some loan, you know, 0%, you know, pan them loan, 0 and pay back not 0, but that now nothing to do with all them read it. See?
She's right.
Listen, generous man.
Interest rate. So, Mr. Speaker, this government over this side, yes, Mr. Speaker, this government on this side, we take, but we give.
Yeah, you know? People, well, I'm before I move that again. Them tell you from this, you know, 2017, 2016, 2017, we take what we give. Right now, them take a lot.
Nah, they tell no lie, you know.
The man them take a lot. The man that this government, we take what we give. Who then get that to themselves though?
Themselves and them cronies, man. The poor people never see what them are give yet, you know. Election time, them come with a little freckles and want to treat the people, them, brother. That's it. That's the only time poor people see something from them.
Yes. Them take what them give.
Yeah.
This bad. Him tell you. So them take what them give. And you see the 1.5, I'm a year, Nigel Clark run and say, you know, them think it could not, a matter of fact, I have a video when we done, I play it. Them think when we are taught, them say it could not happen. But you see where them get the money from, because when can I remember, you know, Dr. Peter Phillips never look, because a one-time money. So him know the money wasn't there. So him couldn't go say, this happen because him never did a look on the housing trust. If him not look on it,
no.
he said this that happen.
Yes.
Okay, we're not going to trouble this.
Yes.
So I'm be honest.
Yeah, which is right.
Peter Phillips
which is right. Which is right. It's only one time when you say Mama P now, remember say after the man go wreck it thing, you know. And we don't have nothing, you know.
Yes.
Remember, we don't have nothing. We don't have none choice. So she have to go there Sophia one time, brother. You understand? And you hear the uprolling what them not go on with, you know, brother.
Yes. Them go on bad. So you see, you do things to please the country. And you see them oppose everything. Same with Azan. Same with Richard Azan. When Richard Azan get the money for build the 60 stall.
Stall, yes.
Shop thing them for them. Instead of police run them down and lock them up. The man
right.
says a dark day. And your business what some people want is a dark day. Right away to tell me. All right. So am my sister or we want the stall. And we not nothing. And when we look, we see the opposition and fight against we finance. Not the big boys then.
Yes.
But we get us all instead of police are run we down. So go lock up and take over goods and all kind of things.
Yes, which is right. We have a place, them have a place we can store away them goods.
Yes.
Which is safe.
Yes.
5 star. I know nothing. Him not make no profit off of it.
No.
Brother, I just help him just like a Omar, you know. Just like a Omar.
Right.
Help him man when they try to help them, you know.
Yes.
After them crash the thing, you know.
No,
and then them just deflect it.
Yeah, them deflect it and I say, him are the worst. No, Nigel, them are the worst thing.
Man, Omar, Nigel Clark, then can walk in a Omar Davis and shoes, man.
No time. Because we never know to that 18.5 years, you know. Me just say, the PMP, if you have some people where we bought these things, make them take back, when they take back the year, just pretend, make me show the people them all Jamaica and stay. You know, them have something, them have a documentary where them will show you if you move the water under the sea, or the sea, or the land stay under the sea, the sea. when you move them just say like you remove the water. What them do? You take back the 18.5 years. You have to carry the highway, the road them with you.
Everything.
You have to carry the laptop and the thing and the revolutionize, you know.
Yeah, man, everything, man.
The internet and take. Carry back the bus park and the bus them and wait. Because I remember say I got the lockdown back in 1983.
Yes, man, which is right.
The JSIF, you have to carry the tourism finance fund, the park, the whole of these things, the NEPO, the whole of these things, carry them away. I make me look how Jamaica that state today.
We are give them back the house phone them and we are give them back the phone booth them.
The phone, even when you take it away, you know, no for them don't even have phone booth because they never even so much.
That's it.
And never have a house phone.
Which is right.
Because
the house phone was precious commodity at that time, you know.
Yeah,
and anybody can have a house phone.
No. So they never have not. You go Governmental, go make a thing and you go these kind of little things. So when them say take it back, we don't like them take it back. When you say 18.5 years, I mean I see some of them. And by the way, you have to take back the car them too. You have to take back like I remember second-hand car and the Chris car them come, you know, have the money. So now for the man them who drive taxi now have a little bus on the road and not survive for these things. And now for the man them who have car mart. Yeah. You have to take back the whole of that too, you know.
Yeah, man.
In 18.5 years.
I have to take back. No, that was PJ.
PJ time, you know.
PJ time, yeah.
But PJ, but it come in and Mama P and she get a little part of it too.
Yes.
So you have to take about that.
Yeah, which is right.
I see him that try touch Manly. But if you go touch Manly, make it worse now because you have to take with the one of the host in the NHT and thing. But you are run pan. The money where him just say him going to go weird. You have to take with that too, you know.
Yeah, which is right. And we got to take with about Jamal too.
The whole school. Everything. Everything.
So just imagine. Just imagine what you left with.
Equal status with the woman them.
Yes.
40 hours a work week. 40 hours a work week. You have to take with all of these things, you know. The bastard servant and everything my man they put them there. Remember Jamaica going back to the Stone Age.
Going back, of course. Going back to caveman.
Caveman. Believe it or not. So these are all them just run out and chat some stupid time.
What are their legacy? I study these guys, you know, they talk a lot. My mother always say empty barrel make the most noise. Yo, the man, they don't have no legacy in Jamaica, brethren. The man, them build up a neo-colonialism and capitalism, brother. The man, they don't have no foundation in a Jamaica. If you take away everything while you the name out a while ago, just kick back, you know, some people just need to kick back and watch and listen and say, take back all of these things.
Yes.
And what we left with. What we left with.
Well, I'm not for call the Prime Minister work because the money have nothing to work for. Because blueprint to work for, remember, it's a Xerox, you know.
Nothing, then I have nothing. Nothing, then I have not even him for 8 years. It's a disgrace, you know. For 8 years. And you can't show nothing, brother. And you talk about highway.
Yeah,
you want to leave legacy. Oh, you go leave legacy when time you're the build pan what somebody start. I know for your foundation, brother.
No. You come see a foundation and you put on your other and you wish the blueprint there because you couldn't just start it on, so it's a blueprint.
Yeah, the blueprint to the foundation.
Him have no vision. As a matter of fact, him come tell us he may implement it. Just give him the plan. He tell you. Not my word. Not my word.
That's
not my word.
It's the best. I tell you, the best. It's the best baby father. So no just carry the idea, come give me.
Well, them have the Zozo people, Zozo. And then state of emergency and I really feel me now if you use like in a disaster.
Yeah, which is right.
But him normalize it, him eat that Google Gaga. I said Google Gaga.
Yeah, which is right. But even when the court strike it down and tell them that it is against the law, the man still force and carry go up on the gorilla general.
Yeah.
And him sign off on it.
Yeah, my brother I say, will like revolutionize copy machine. Let me show you the copy machine where him attack. Yes, him a Xerox. So let me show you the megawatt. What are they? You say him revolutionize it. So see them here. The one that 71 copy machine and the one that see there. You have to be careful, you know, because what we are doing is say me copy it too. Yeah, see them there? Yeah, man, see the man them there, man. Xerox, man. Total Xerox.
Right. It's my time you come up with something, I wonder how you come up with something.
But the brains of your click, you know. The brains of your click, you know, we have to keep it on here. Keep it. You understand?
I tell you.
The brains of I that beat him now because him himself wonder sometime. Because finish play this and run through this, yeah man.
Making note that there has been a noticeable increase in the pace of depreciation of the Jamaican dollar since
this now.
mid-April this year. The finance minister says this was due.
When you hear the depreciation of the dollar, this after them going and just say, I reverse it. I'm going to play it back and remind him, you know.
Which is right.
Because him alone could have do everything.
Yes,
That's
man.
why I say more talk, I win, action of the thing.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Think them a catch up back with him, you know. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Because he never know same when go have. He never know same when go have a man out here, so like you what they document every living thing, and then you when go play them back over. Them then they look for them thing, you know, brother.
No.
They look for them thing, yeah. So then they shoot from the hip. Anything what they want say, then say and talk it. But the thing they come back round, come back fire upon them, you know.
Yes.
Eh? So my time where you get the information, them, you don't know where you get them from, you know, brother. But
well, them not understand. You see, sometimes them talk it, because them come like a parrot, you know. Sometimes them talk it a bit too much. And when you have camera around you, you know, when you have cameras around you, you talk. I remember it documented, you know. When it record and them thing there, it use against you, you know.
Yeah, which is right.
Because what happens is, in Jamaica, the journalists, them, you know, them get buyout. So, you know, nobody never do no facts checking.
Yeah, true.
So you can just come and say something and trick the people, them, and by next week him come and say something else and that gone. That's why I'm trick the people, them, and send band in a one room. And the liarest thing ever was this earth and doing this.
And then in a two.
When me show that for him, like him, I say, oh, yeah, where man you find this man? Come on, that's dangerous. I say, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Man tell life on the house and tell life on the granny.
The man, him dangerous.
Dangerous guy.
And him great grandmother. him great grandmother. He never give her a name. So we know Salah I tell. Then him tell life on him mother and him father and everybody. So I say, no, the two of them can't write. And then look what him born now. Him born 72. Man, I tell you when bringing in a 73, you know.
Yeah, which is right.
74, you have the two-shift system coming in, you know.
Yeah.
Now, him go school, so if you are going a grade 1 by in a 78.
Yeah, man. Yes.
See,
which is right.
School and bring in the one of them things that make, bring in Al Jamal and bring in the one of these things already. 78, hours in just around a beer house, a beer all about the place revolutionized. But yes, still, him go to school with 60 people in a class. Where the name of the school? The man lie till
lie, man. Them the time they what you said, them the time they a two-shift system. You have morning and evening shift, brother. You don't have no 60 people in a one class, brother. Then thing that is just so clear, brother, to see that this man shoot from the hips. You know, care when talk. He might fit up on a teleprompter. You know? And that's the thing with him. You know, fit up on a teleprompter, well scripted.
Yeah, man.
And delivering presentation. But anytime him not up on a teleprompter, brother, him just shoot all over the place.
Yes, man. That bad man. Teleprompter America far.
Yeah, which is right.
All right. So this now the dollar the value. And man, the dollar the value. Right? And so look at. Yeah.
Primarily through the portfolio-based transactions and not a deterioration in the underlying economic fundamentals or confidence. In fact, he says Jamaica's consumer confidence is at an all-time high. Minister Shaw says the Bank of Jamaica, BOJ, has assessed that underlying fundamentals remain positive.
For fiscal year 15-16, the current account deficit of the balance of payments is estimated to have been 2.2%. We said 2.4% before. The Bank of Jamaica says 2.2% of GDP. And the Bank of Jamaica's forecast is for it to remain within the range of 2 to 3% of GDP for this fiscal year. A current account deficit at these levels, Mr. Speaker, is sustainable. I want to make that point. When taken together with foreign direct investments of 5.8% of GDP for last year and 5.6% projected for this year, Jamaica is earning on a current basis what it needs in order to pay for its imports.
Yeah, there. We know what it need in order to pay for input. We want it to earn that another city in the you earn for just pay for input. A matter of fact, it never did earn at the remittance and them thing later depend on. It never did earn for pay for no input neither. But that's even bad. If you have a country around, are you satisfied what it need to just pay for your input?
Pay for your debt.
That bad for you.
You don't have no savings.
Your country, then no bad for you, man.
So you go reach at work next week.
Me no know. Antimount. The country run for antimount, try to dry up. Them for thank God. Them for thank God. For you know, tea.
Hey, blessings, man in the
Salute,
wilderness,
tea.
esteemed guests.
Yeah, man.
Blessed love, Mr. Nelson.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Aromatic in the place. Herb tea. Yeah, herb tea. Boy, we are tell you, say, boy, after the budget debate, you know, and the Prime Minister walk out in a herb. I want, hey.
So he walk out as if he couldn't care less. Things are all right.
Put him at the government.
Yes.
You can, which country in the world? You ever see the government, you know, the government, not the opposition. The government with majority, you know, 40. Remember, you have him with the 40 Alibabas. No, Alibabas and the 40 millions, 40 millions. We don't know 40 Patacats. They walk out of the house, leave everybody in there. Remember, them have the purse, you know.
Yes, man.
That bad for your country, you know, better.
Well, you know, it's not reassuring to the people, especially in election year and at a time when everybody is struggling. So when he did it, he was brazen and he was bold. And it was so, what do you call it? It
coordinated.
Was such a telegraph.
Yes.
Yes.
It was because everybody had a copy of that speech that Mark was going to give.
Yeah, everybody had a copy.
And then
them coordinated.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So you can object, you can make noise, you can do whatever you want, but this is the opposition speech.
Yes.
Right? Whatever you say, they can make noise, but for you as the government, you're the one steering the ship, and you're gonna walk off and leave it. No, that's not a good sign. It was never a good sign.
You just use that good illustration. I'm gonna ask you something now. I know what they are saying now. We just a chat got you, you know. Yeah, man. We not get no people, by the way. We not get no out of the 600 million for chop the bush, them, you know. But we just chop and got you. The ask again tie about them money there. We don't know about it. The 600 million, the bush money there. But them chop.
Yeah.
But them chop the money there too, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me tell you now, you just say him the on the ship, I'm the captain. And imagine in a real note now, if you are captain on a ship and you leave everybody on it and gone off, what that mean to you? Something happen and you leave the ship.
And
what that mean, Herb?
And
that ship, you remember the ship was in a Europe the other day. The captain in a prison, you know.
Yeah.
Because he might be the last one to leave the ship. But the captain just walk out and the minions and walk out with him, the one of them, the sailors them.
Yeah.
And them are some sailors, remember them work on sea, you know. Some sailors. So them sailors. And them sail them going with him and leave the ship with Ant-Man.
Yep. I remember when that happened in Europe. I remember when that captain just said, "Look, I'm out of here."
Him going to prison.
He's in prison.
Yes.
Because he's got to learn that you stay with your ship no matter what. And if you got to go down with it or you got to be the last man off of it, then it's on you. Right? So, look, this is a 1.3 trillion dollar budget that they're proposing.
Yes.
Right? I guess $1.5 trillion would probably come out to about what, 150 billion.
10 billion. The 1.55. So 10 billion.
10 billion.
So this will be like 8 billion. But budget Ghana like 8 billion. Little bit somewhere around there. So billion US.
This is a high budget, considering that people can't see the benefit of the past budgets to them. Right? because no infrastructure. Where's the infrastructure improvement? Other than what the Chinese have done, where is the government's infrastructure improvement at? Right?
The Chinese them build and a road them build, you know, dry river bed. Me tell them a million times, dry river bed.
Yeah.
When rain fall, you have to have boat. If you can't, well, enough of them. Remember we have enough sperm whale in the place. So I'm at half about throw them up there so them they dump on the low with it. Because water, you know, so that them are sink.
Yeah.
Remember sperm whale, every them are sink, you know. When rain fall is a dry river bed. And a joke me I make. The road them flood out. I'm at half the other day at last year when the Prime Minister come out and said, we build the most road, not no go so. See my run up and down, say I'm gonna build road now, I'm gonna fix road now.
Yeah.
We build up what them doing just lie to them can't lie no more. Remember me up on the ground, me the win, you know. They can't show them the word of the road. They can't just say, hey, video and not show them video straight. With all of the road, they might give them show them the name house part and show you a beer mash up road. Can we talk about it all the time? But through the man lying on himself. And I just all him I seek his power. I work for the big boys them. Hey, we call our clubs, you know. And we not ease up around there, you know. So what them do now, them try to buy the last election. And it don't work. Enough people name their money. Name their money. A matter of fact, before that, in a November, when them go, because them say them now them keep something little. Them go and them promise a lot of people for pay them. And when them go for pay them, enough people vex herb. And the reason why enough people vex, because them some people get promised 10,000, them won't go get less than 5. Some 4, them get less. When you look envelope, one man call me down a bug life place and say, listen, the man them say them are going up, but you know them do. Them say the man them are turn back, so them have the envelope show the man them. It's when the man them reach pan the toll road and can't turn back nearly reach. Them give the man them the envelope. When you look them tear it, must say 2 gun in it. The man them cuss apart. The man them cuss. Because the man them say, hey, if the man turn back in a war, after them promise so much money, or this them go. So when them do them buy vote. And
Yes,
them turn back and say them buy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? A matter of fact, I can tell you something about reality. And this morning, somebody bother me, and I don't want to come say these things. The man, them a gigolo, you know. And some of the women, them around there, you know. Who on the field send a gigolo, and some of them women there, a male escort, them a buy, you know. And we know where the house there too, you know. But listen me, them nobody draw me out to the because I know the foolishness. Male escort, some people, we want to say in a prominent position within the government, and them in the government too, them buy male escort. Them are going bad.
Is that part of the budget too?
It costs money because remember police are escort. Them go where them go and them go deal with them thing, you know. Big up strike. Yeah man, them go deal with them thing. See? Yeah man, them deal. Big cook a bit bless up. Yeah man, them go deal with them things. See? Yes. Yeah. So them hey, and some of them man they yo Queenie. Bless. See, yeah man. So you have some people, I tell you this. Hey, me I tell you Jamaica suffer, you know. Them have to straighten them out, man. Them dangerous. Dangerous. You understand? Very.
But in lieu of the fact that Paula is under all this pressure now, is she going to perform or is she going to turn tail and hurry up and retire?
But you know, say she retire from 2020. No, she take the bait. So we have to deal with she, you know, because she take the bait. We now want to put she none at all. You understand? Because if you notice, Google be a laugh.
Yeah.
Google can't turn it no more, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Google be a laugh.
Crab is gone too, right?
Crime done, no, sir. When the matter about crime, what kind of crime done, man? One bag of things, man. When they youth them like come market, go out and them things, none of them make crime done. People are dead, you know. People are dead. And I like the police them to stop crime and them things. I like people like we and other people every talk to some youth and them listen and what have you, but the government do nothing. And crime really done as done. Yeah.
But that was part of their big spill at the changeover. That
no, you listen to me.
You
ever see what kind of changing over? Amanda Square and you put in the next one. You ever see that in Jamaica before? You see them like play that little thing, like run out and do all kind of little thing, them for just go away, you know. You ever see anybody a kiss nobody ring? Would a kiss Google ring? If you kiss Google ring, you kiss any palm, man. Don't a joker. Who can kiss ring?
But at the end of the day, what did this man do
Nothing.
to get that kind of send off?
Eh? You know, same no do not.
It's a big joke, man.
Transformation. Transformation what?
It's a big joke, bro.
Transformation. This is more than joke.
Man make a whole bunch of money now. Whole lot of money man making and nothing why him same go put in place, you know. Not in place, you know, and him walk and gone, you know. And this man no come face some questioning from the parliament, you know. The things them why you say go put in place, taxpayers pay your millions, bro. And not in place. The man need to come back, come answer question. Or you just right gone off in his son, so with how much $1 million of taxpayers money and nothing that you said that you was gonna implement. The force is worse than when you even coming out, brother.
Well, didn't they say that he brought in about 1,800 more cars? So
listen, in about no car. Look how them fool now the government. You have a commissioner. Commissioner job and for about in car. That's why you have a national security minister now government. All that of food. What a big dirty thinking garbage. You can rubbish him now. Oh, you have said that and then the national security minister take credit fee to and then the government itself take credit fee.
Oh God.
Eh?
My God.
Have any money for bad car? That's not a film job. Film job is, what is the national security minister job? So I'm going to provide the whole of these things. Him know so the car can't have input and Google there for the police in. And see over the police make them right. Google not there for job buy car. Google never buy no car neither. Go look at him name the pan it not buy none. All right. You know what is a ceremony. Each time them come in with I've never shown you something when you want that. Each time them come in with something, them hand it over to them. Car, never show no. So how him buy car? When you see commissioner come out and you see the national security minister come and hand it over, say this are 20 more car, and him say yes, that go somewhere good. And this are what when since Google start buy car, him a minister. You know, see, but Andrew Holness are pushing at people face of foolishness and garbage. That is not his work. That's not police work. When you get import license from import car and I say you buy car, that make any sense? It make any sense,
But how many video that me see a show where police are push car? All fire truck man.
All right, never
police station, police now have no car and
it was January 19th where they show a picture with him and Crab with 30 L200 pickup trucks that was handed over. That was the last handover I can and something like additional 16 Hilux pickup trucks. 4 buses as were scheduled for delivery the following week. So I don't know. I didn't see no handover picture of that. Right.
So Andrew, no, you see up those publicity stunt and garbage. Because really you do handover, him no buy a car and them are saying buy a car and not about with farm. Google don't do nothing. What I said, make a show you say and them hand it over. When him get license and all kind of things that I bring in car, let me show you something. The motor, you know, let me show you something right now. Go down there. People all that are rudeness. Them too hard. Look on this. Look on this. Let me see when I put this one on there. And we know the thing going on. We know it good. People look how this go. Tell me if commissioner go buy a car, then how is it people hand it over to you as commissioner? I said go. Look how it go. Original.
The increased mobility of the police will act as a force multiplier. where more and more of our police officers will be able to go further and further into the communities to increase their presence and also to dominate space, to help with vehicle checkpoints and to begin to drive the criminal elements and to take control of our public spaces and our roadways. Too much of our criminals are moving from parish to parish, division to division too freely. The research has shown from our Forensic Institute that the top 5 most wanted guns in Jamaica, because what we do, we allocate a name to an illegal gun once we get an indication of it's being used. We find that the top 5 most wanted guns is responsible for some 51 murders across 6 police divisions. It therefore tells you that the weapons either are rented or the persons who are using the weapons are moving across police divisions. So increased vehicle checkpoints will help to cut down on the movement of weapons, and therefore to cut the movement of weapons internally, because we have cut the movement of weapons from outside by the acquisition of the 2 big ships and the surveillance planes. So you find intelligence is showing us that the cost of bullets and guns have increased on the streets. That therefore it tells you that there has been a restriction on the supply, and while the demand remains.
So people, but we are showing now at the Minister of National Security Agintai. See the ag there in Thai hand over the vehicle them. So Google can not buy no vehicle. Because at the national security, the government that do that. That's why when Agintai I know him come up with the rest of vehicle, you know. Over $100 million worth of vehicle, you know. We deal with Agintai for them the two, you know. So Google cannot buy a vehicle when come on now. I want to Andrew, watch this.
If the supply is down, the prices is going to go up. And it is simple economics. And we are seeing that played out on our streets. The acquisition of the motor vehicles form a part of the strategy to increase mobility. We are looking for 200 pre-owned motor vehicles, 80 cars and 120 pickups. We have another 45 units that are being cleared in Montego Bay, and they should be brought up into Kingston to go through the usual checks and servicing before they are deployed. So today I believe is a happy day in the police force for the various divisions. And I can tell you, please don't ask me where the vehicles are going, because my job is to buy them and hand them to the commissioner. It is.
When job is for the people, the national security job for the, hey, them for cool, you know, man. Me tell you, anytime them come out, me I flap them, you know. This is how them try to trick people at the time. Let me just rewind that again. Job.
Divisions. And I can tell you, please don't ask me where the vehicles are going, because my job is to buy them and hand them to the commissioner. It is his job.
And hand them to all people.
The commissioner.
Not to we and not to aromatic to thing, you know. And buy them, that's a theme job. That's why you have a minister and you have the ministry.
Divisions. And I can tell you, please don't ask me where the vehicles are going, because my job is to buy them and hand them to the commissioner. It is his job to deploy them wherever he sees fit.
So theme job to deploy them. Although when you look on them car, you see the car them in the people, but when you look on them, you see it done mark already Central or St. Mary or what have you. So I'll do a theme job to deploy them, but they make sure mark up the car them already. Just watch on this.
On behalf of Commissioner of Police, Mr. George Quayle, I accept this first tranche of motor vehicles on behalf of the citizens of Jamaica. These assets will boost the capacity of the JSA to improve the expected standard of service delivery, which has been affected.
You see me I talk about people, although he must say, don't ask me, this I go St. Andrew South. This could not go Mobile. Because St. Andrew South is not Mobile. Everything Mr. Boy, you know. Me no easy, hey, you know them. They're supposed to say, we are doing the man of the wilderness. Not too empty.
Yeah.
But we're going to contradict what they must say. You have to fact check them. So we know who buy the vehicle.
By a depletion in our fleet of motor vehicles. The presence of Assistant Commissioner Watkis and his commanders here today is reflective of the appreciation and gratitude for this well-needed boost to their capabilities to deliver faster and more effective service to the people they serve. Unfortunately, Minister, I was just briefed a couple minutes ago that we had a service vehicle accident today at East Queen Street, and I must use this opportunity to implore.
So I want that children in the division where you do Senator St. Thomas. And do Agintite and ask him where them go. Them all put them all where them go already. Yeah? Okay.
My colleagues to take the utmost care of these vehicles, and they must be utilized exclusively for our police service.
All right, good. We could not move him now. Some of them say about Google Gaga now. Where him say him buy how much vehicle? No, well, that's a be a what this government. Those should not pay them. Him can't buy no vehicle there. You have a ministry where they deal with the whole of these kind of things and the minister. Not Google Gaga. You see, him try to big up this guy in a artificial way so till because Google Gaga said man. Google Gaga have no use, And when you call transformation, when I say police, hey, when you go for Jason them, because Jason a DC over Portmore, and him a walk and do some things right, him and between them. And him a, listen me, Jason for kick out of the force and not for charge him, Yeah? Him and the police, Him name a call up, too much things to, and uno know to, Jason the police. All right. Him a look at DC, but when you look at him, a lead police and soldier lead them squad. So by the way, remember the school now look warning. The other day, the people them show them face, and this a come from inside source within the police. Say, yo, them same man now I got dead because them are send go kill them. So me, if any one of them that touch, hey, me I say, I know we are look pan because here we know on the name, We know on I know we are look pan, We not play with none of you, Yes, if we get kicked out of the force and get charged. You understand? Him fi go where him and the police. Go check him CV. Him and the police. And they see him when a pan down and go on. None of them are be eating them getting all kind of things, At times, hey, them not clean this force, it need to get clean. Yes, now one of them where him for just go from long time, Too much arms house now. Yes. So you see what me I say herb tea. All them say no, Google can buy much 1,000 at car. But Agintite couldn't deliver 100 car for much 30 car for over 100 million. And him come up 1,000 at car when them buy 1,000 at car. When?
Well, the only thing I could find was about 107 in 2020, another I think another 25 in 2022. I sent those to you.
Can you imagine how much money for your 1,000 car? If 30 car and over 100 million and that not come in, 100 million, how much money for your 1,000 car? Just think about it, couple billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google have any, Google have purchase car and thing and that is not Google. You think Google leave go buy any car? When you have a ministry of national security, and for them job, That's why the money gone on now when I get the money for the car. All this a false narrative them will push that people in the head. But this Google and transformation, or if you have a transformation or station, our force, when we have this in the force, look here. Look on this. Police. Now I'll show you something.
The 200 cars that we're supposed to get was from O'Brien's. That's over 215 million for that.
Yeah.
And that was on the Montague.
Agintite.
Those were cars, right? And they had an advance payment of 215.5 million to deliver 200 pre-used vehicles.
Yeah.
But of course, they never got them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said they had like 66 vehicles were on the wharf, but that's 66 out of 200 at the time. And
can you imagine though? People, may I play this, this is the police with them as a transformation.
7:49 a.m. Pineapple Lane, Bogwalk, St. Catherine. The last time Romario Sterling was seen alive. In this CCTV video, the police are seen talking to the man who was seemingly instructed to kneel. he was taken outside his
Give me
premises
that.
and
Execute
then
them, execute them.
the sound of a gunshot. It's unclear how many members of the security forces were at the scene, but we observed them milling around. By this time, Romario Sterling laid lifeless on the ground. The police report on the incident last Thursday stated that the shooting happened at 8:20 p.m.
That's not what happened. They came here in the morning. They had him here. They can see the video. The time span on the video says 7:49. Already had him here with him hand on him head.
7:49 a.m. or p.m.
A.m.
It also stated that the deceased man was shot during a confrontation.
No gunshot no come through the zinc. So if him in here, so I shoot after them. Them supposed to stand out the door and shoot after him in here. Right?
The report further said the cops seized a 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 8 rounds. Romario's relatives are incensed.
You pretend the man with him hand on him head. So many uno. So many man pretend one man, you know, and he have him hand on his head. I imagine you stoop him down on his knee. For the evidence is there where we see your hand on him shoulder, push him down on him knee. Oh my God. And you look at me and tell me, say, I no baby that you kill. No baby that you take a candy from.
Of concern is the police report on the incident. The family is also questioning why their relative was killed in such a manner.
I imagine, you know, you go at the house, and you knock on the door, and you open the door, right? And surrender to you.
A relative who lives where the incident occurred says the lawmen also entered the house using a flashlight because inside is poorly lit.
On the other video inside, you can literally hear when they come and knock the door. I have that video on the phone. They knock the door, and when you open, you just see the flashlight flashing.
There are no bullet holes or other signs, he says, of a raging gun battle. As for the deceased man's father, he's distraught. He says his son has been living in the area for more than 3 years and insists he has not had any run-ins with the law.
Teacher will tell us I in chair, my son sit down at school. No bad reputation for no school. So my son a fight nor nothing. My son go to school till him graduate.
When contacted, the police insist the incident happened in the night and maintain that they were acting in self-defense. Indicom is investigating.
All right, so you see it? This is under Google Watch. Not Thursday. Last week, Thursday. Not Thursday, so last week, week before.
That's before the changeover, right?
Before, yeah, man. The one of them things when I show up on him watch. Even this, upon him watch. Google, I said, you know. Even this, yeah, I'll show you next year.
Who is the police commander out there?
I think I the one from over Portmore. Yeah. Him name again, I think him, you know. Yes. I think we're on this run by the bigger police in a command over this. I think it runs from up past Kansas Spring, you know, era something on there, you know. Bigger one. But this are definitely murder, this are assassination, elimination, this. I see them people alive in a day, you know. Me talk to police and say, listen me, him a send go kill them in a car, so him work. So me just tell them to kick some boy out of them force because them on a police. I'm a talk fact, enough of them take pay to kill people same way. You understand? So yeah, man. So some of them have to leave, man. Police push car, look here. But you have to talk about Google this to the force. Car, look, I'll show you something. Look on this. Hear this. Get from a police mode.
Oh no, look. As you can see. This is the JCF. This is what we have to go through here in the JCF. Yeah, man. Quality service. Yeah, man. See there? See there? Quality service in the JCF.
Hold on. I continue that. You see it? But them buy 1,200 car again, about 12. Which part 1,200 car come in? This is how them lie and wicked, you know.
Yeah, man, see there? See there? So me tell, yeah, man. So me tell, push me that, push that. I'm going to go right back to pushing it right now. See there? Oh, no, look. Oh, no, look.
Okay. Don't talk to them, you know. Don't talk to them. So this is how the police them go through. Man, choose but man drop off and thing you talk about transformation. When they for you know, if you talk about transformation, are the National Security Minister. Them uniform, you have to make sure them have the money for this. Because that's why him have the job, you know. Them for the policing, serve, protect, and reassure. Him for be a manager now, if you look over them, to make sure everything all right, and them tell them say this a go on and that a go on. Not for talk about him purchase over 1,200 car. Where that there? If you have over like 200 station and you have 1,200 car, that means every station have car.
Maybe they're counting the motorcycles. Them where are all the motorcycles that they had? Because I didn't see a whole bunch of
car people. That Google thing that when them go on with Annie Palmer. I Google classes, you know. Google was in the police, you know. Google for give back every cent. Every cent Google said they must go there to protect them at the time. So that no make no sense. Is a handing over this is where the national security. We know how it go. So when you have a man a kiss him ring, a kiss Annie Palmer, it's bad for no. When a kiss come. When you hear about this come down. Yes. Stop do that. You can't kiss come, yeah? Yes. No, you can't go kiss Google ring.
But when it would be impossible for somebody to bring in 1,000 cars and the force is in car shortage. It's just not adding up.
Can't add up because it's lying.
It's not adding up, bro.
It's lying.
I don't know.
Well, 1,000 was never an order. It was like 200 at first on the Argentine. And then since Chang took over, it looks like about 107 plus 25, 132 plus 59, which is 191. 191 cards. Is
and
what?
then put it at that. I remember, you know, they carry them about if them have 30 car when they deliver over $100 million. So they carry them is a piece of food. So that are about billions of dollars what I carry. You know, hear about that. I never hear read in our budget, but them come now and want Chris Google ring. And I say mother and transformation where? A matter of fact, honest, tomorrow I carry last year budget. Now I show the people them how you mix up. Yes. I mean I carry the whole of them too. I carry them one. And show the people them say, no, you see the more talk now go work. You put yourself in a more trouble when we don't play them. Yes. That's why I make him speak. Let me tell you, let me ask you something, Herb.
Yeah.
If you have a government, you have a prime minister. If you say you work for 8 years, 2 terms, and the amount of thing where you would say you do, you'd have to come in a budget debate now and explain to the people, them that see it. Remember, I know something you do and put in your pocket, you know. If you say you fix road, you see the road them in the whole place fix.
Mm-hmm.
If you say you build the house where you say you're doing, you give the people them water, this and the job, we are going to see it. It have to reflect. You don't need to come tell me something, but I know me I drive up and down and I can't see it. But you do some little thing and them little like ants. So you do it, you fix the road, but some little creatures. It don't make no sense. And then why you have a 6-hour budget and 5-hour budget to try to explain. Because you want to convince us, say you do something. Yeah? If you stop it now, man, the same stuff him I repeat in a most of them, yeah. Number one, last year budget, him take around nearly an hour to backside to tell you about what him do and the force and what them do and internet and this and cyber crime and secure the place and everything. And when me look, me say the Asian them just come in, not hard to stop them. It don't make no sense. Garbage, it don't make no sense. See? It don't make no sense. Sure, me just show Sha earlier and before you came on, yeah? And what he must say, Yeah, so you remember when they talk about the 1.5, what they do, the tax break. The threshold, they move it to 1.5 and you get tax break. You know when they get the money from Herb?
Right.
The housing trust.
Well, the housing trust is what they've been using to balance the books. When they come up short, they go take a housing trust. What was it, 12 million or something like that? You know,
Yeah, it was 12 million.
12 million, yeah.
Yeah.
Coming up short.
People that easy, you know. People that send me, hey, when they don't send me, me don't know about the money. But they must send me a man and ask me if we choose this man. I don't know. One thing me do with issues, not tissues. So me don't know this man when I sell and name ya. Me just know Andrew on this, yeah. So me never show the man, but I know my thing that. You understand? I know my thing this. Me just laugh, but I know my thing. The man that send me a man, you know. And I ask me if it's true, what me never want to repeat this. I don't know my thing that man. See? And I might think me like the thing what me know about. See? It's a thing, me not in the foolishness. You understand? The fella watching people them up to them. They're not easy boy, you know. Not at all. All right, look at our Herb.
Yeah.
We see the National Housing Trust come out. You remember when all this come out and it's that big, right?
Yeah.
National Housing Trust does come out now in the Herb. Now I'll show you what them just say. Look here. You're not going to believe this. Look here. The NHT. You can't see it?
I can't see focus. Scrapping Rootbend Towers Phase 2.
Because they're too expensive or too, you know. They might tell you about the expensive material and all kind of things. So after the Prime Minister must decide like a white elephant. Walk about it and say they are expensive, too expensive.
How much those were supposed to cost, and was those initially intended for the, say, middle to lower income people?
So let me just answer that in a quick way for you. So if you're a police officer, you don't get. So remember, you know, if you have your money and you can buy a piece of land and build a nice house, you have to use $40 million.
Yeah.
You buy a material and you employ some people and build a house and get a blueprint and get your plan and thing, you're good. So you want to buy a house at 37.38 million. You just want to have a 40 million. Two room, one bathroom in each bedroom, 2 bedroom. No, you don't have the half a bathroom, 2 bedroom. So if your wife in a room and your brethren come over and them belly a run and your daughter in a room, where you do send them that one for them room, for go through your for them room and go in your bathroom and mash up the place. That can work. That was an axe tie that never be good for $40 million. And then you shouldn't take the housing trust money to build these kind of things and not say, well, we know the market, see where one is to with the money. Let's see him mash up the whole thing. He mash it up. That never the purpose of housing trust. You have other people that build expensive place. So why you gonna put like you run competition with housing trust money for poor people and for, you know, people who can afford a home. If you work certain money, you pay or you don't get to pay. Remember, you know, housing trust, even housing trust standing at 7 million. Where you get the rest of money from to buy that? You don't have the money, that's why you buy the 7. And you need to pay 40 million, or you get the mortgage there. If you're constable and you work 1.8 million, remember you not carry home that, you know. Or you get the money for borrow for buy just one of that. Eh? Then again, it not be good, it flood when rain fall. No, you have to something like that. For born the Prime Minister for this. We have to born the Prime Minister for it. Yes, I know.
But most Jamaicans who build them house, we not build with bathroom in our room. We build with bathroom separate from a room. That means to say, when we friend come or a family member come, you understand him not inconvenient your son or your daughter or you. Him can go use the bathroom. So when we change this kind of design and move it where you're going to have the bathroom in the room itself, Was these contractor taking these things into consideration that you're gonna have friend come over, family member, you're in your room, how much o'clock at night they sleep, a man belly they cut him out there, so man, how that go work?
It not gonna work because
No sense never really. There was no real thinking and strategic planning and building behind these houses, brother. And then they are so expensive. The poor man can't buy it at neither, you know.
You can't buy it. And then if you have your money, tell me the truth, you don't live on that with one bag of people and look on our play and spend 40 million. You have more than that, because you only spend 40 million alone and I'm 40. So you know what living in this with me not living in a big yard.
Prefer go in a bush, go pitch up one tent, man. In a woods.
Yeah. So when
can't live like
you
that.
You build half a bathroom. So you know have to build a shower there, but you build half a bathroom so people come them have washroom for use. This is what them. You understand? So you have to have a bathroom there, even if you have master bedroom and them have them shower and them have them thing, you have to have a bathroom out there.
Man, modern houses, powder room, modern houses.
Bathroom out there. It's a must. So it's not worth the money neither. Yes, sir.
No, in the budget speech, he said the ones he's building currently will be worth $13 to $15 million, right? And it sounds like a 2-bedroom and probably only 1 bathroom. So the thing is, the design has to, if you're going to have 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, then you have to design it so that people who come visit that house has access to a bathroom right in the hallway.
Exactly.
And don't have to go through nobody's bedroom or anything like that. Yeah. So if that they cancel that other project because it's too expensive, because nobody can afford 20-odd million or 40-odd million.
Yes.
Certain people can afford that.
Yeah. You know what? The Prime Minister come out and knock out against people, you know. Some people talk, and them done already. And then by the next day, we say NHC put and say, well, them not sell. This is how I'm lying, you know. Him did come on, me have the video there, you know. So him know when me talk, him nobody say fair, you know, because him know so me just drop back the video. And when me ready, me just drop them in the week and just drop them. You have to remind the people them, oh, this guy stay him lie. Him dangerous. We're not playing with him around here. You understand?
Yeah.
And then come and talk about you want about Prime Minister about 3 term and 4 term and 5 term. We're not a joker. I can tell you a joker. Yeah? We are talking about 5 term in a prison. About 4 term and 5 term in a joker. We're not playing around here. Nah, play. Oh, so hear this now. I move that. Let me just go to move out this year. Let me just go to a thing. I remind you a thing now, right? Remember when Porsche them have, remember when Bruce around the thing, they mash it up. The economy did mash up, you know, herb. So Porsche have to go back to IMF. Them have to go to IMF, go. Them say them have to creep and beg them to straighten out the place. And then Andrew come back with him pressure. Remember, he was part of the cabinet. And then him come back with them one year. Around 5 of them use, mash up the place. Tardisha, Webby, Nelson, because them did put them in a thing, Ligel and Mommy too. Mommy return. She them said I gonna education ministry now. Because I remember she was a junior minister in the finance ministry, you know. And then them have Ligel Clark, you know. And then them give it fully around 2018, you know. So him done finish a term there. Because then they put back all this, you know. And then him got 4 more years, not a new one. Yeah. So around 6 years, him got. Because look on it, 2018, 2019, them put him, them give it fully. Right? And him do this. All him do is just make a organize. They mash up the place. They make the place. Let me just remind you this. Here where Leaching say so. Here where Leaching say so. Leaching.
Back in 2013, the then finance minister, Minister Peter Phillips, said, Mike, this is just before we signed the IMF agreement. Mike, I will do anything to make sure we don't get back into this situation. Wow. Because I had to literally, figuratively crawl across the room on my belly to beg for help. I'll never put another generation of Jamaica through that. We're too blessed to have done that. Yeah. So I do anything to make sure we don't get back in that situation.
So you when I say Peter Phillips said I have to call him, I have to beg, don't. Not 2013. Remember them come in 2012. Peter Phillips have to beg. Crawl, go beg. You hear this? You hear this, Herb?
Yep.
Eh? Peter Phillips have to crawl, go beg. Remember make you hear the budget with portion of 2015 now. You hear this?
Militant Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller that defended the accomplishments of her government as she made her contribution to the 2015-2016 budget debate in Gordon House on Tuesday. The Prime Minister came armed with information, rubbishing the opposition claims that the government has done nothing to stabilize the economy or improve the standard of living for Jamaicans since assuming office in 2012.
Hear them now? After them mashed up, and you assume office 2012, them say you don't do nothing for the people, them and do what. It make any sense? Them actually have to fix back the economy. Them work it, you know. And then put back all this in there again. And Nigel Clark and Mummy too. Them finish it again.
Mrs. Simpson Miller argues that her government made the tough decisions to transform the economy with the assistance of the IMF and restored international credibility.
It has been a tough journey. There were many times along the way when many persons became discouraged and wondered if we would ever see the top of the mountain. Today we can say that our economy has stabilized. The respect for our country by the international community has been restored. And our confidence is rising as we reap success. The big three agencies that rate the economies of the world, Standard & Poor's, Fitch and Moody's, have kept a close watch. They all agree that we have been meeting or surpassing our macroeconomic targets.
She also criticized the opposition for what she termed their doom and gloom campaign. Mrs. Simpson Miller insists there has been a marked difference since the PNP took over office from the JLP government in 2011.
A word to the wise. The Jamaican people are not fooled by the bluster of sound and fury signifying nothing.
She says the JLP's arguments that the economy isn't growing are unfounded.
The opposition continues to weave a tale that nothing is happening in the economy and that we are worse off. They highly...
Can you imagine? Them mash up our economy and you come in back and them say you're worse off and them now do not wait. It have to fix back, you know. It have to fix back. And that's what it have to do. You see it? Them come work it again.
Influential Forbes magazine has named Jamaica as the best Caribbean country in which to do business.
The Prime Minister would, however, concede that the pace of growth is slow. However, she expressed full confidence in the government's economic reform program. Meanwhile, Mrs. Simpson Miller poured cold water on the opposition leader's dramatics. During his budget presentation last week, Mr. Holness carried food baskets to Parliament, which he used to demonstrate the rapidly dwindling spending power of the Jamaican populace.
My friend,
I want to listen to this, good people. Even the food basket, Portia carried much years before. So anybody claim a food basket, yeah, them, you know, them a pirate too. Mm-hmm. So him carried, yeah, here when she said when she did carry it, and if you mark the people then. A reality why she carry it. So them carry it back. Him a real Xerox cinnamon. The man a real Xerox, a copy, you know. One listen up. Hear this.
The opposition leader resorted to theatrics by bringing 3 baskets to this debate. When I introduced the food basket to Parliament many years ago, it was not meant to poke fun at the plight of the Jamaican people. I feel the pain our people are facing, and I know the difficulties. It is real. People's pain should never be exploited for cheap theatrics and political grandstanding.
And she also had this to say.
My greatest concern, though, is that the items in his food baskets were imported. I would have preferred if I had seen yam, dasheen, plantain, banana, breadfruit, peanut, red peas. If we did not pass the 7 IMF test, there would be nothing in the basket except perhaps eucalyptus oil.
Tanika Thomas
You hear that? If you never pass the IMF test, you won't have nothing in the basket because them did wreck it.
Which is right.
Yes, Abo.
Yeah, Mr. Which is right, because as you say, the leader of the opposition at the time, Andrew Holness, was bashing her, you know. But Andrew Holness was a big part of the takedown of that economy, you know, because remember when Bruce Golden come to power in 2007, you know, remember the position where Andrew Holness get, you know. It turned out to be that 5 companies start and use the government to enrich them company there, you know. So the 18 years what them say them went out of power, you know, and a little breakthrough here what them get, you know, and milk the man them come milk out everything why in the government, you know. So you see when Portia get it back 2012, it thing mash up.
Gone! No,
brother.
There. They milk it, man.
Andrew had the education ministry during the period where Bruce was prime minister. Right? And that's when he was giving away contracts to his friends.
Exactly.
And so he did not improve one iota, none of them schools that were poor performing schools. And even today, on his watch, none of them schools are improving. Right? Do we have a school breakfast program in addition
the other day, them did have a little thing with them have a couple $100 million, and we don't hear nothing about it. A nutritious thing with them say them have them wrap it up.
120 million she gone with no Grace McLean.
No, the school program. That's the next thing. And next
okay.
Nutritious program, them have a couple million. You can look it up her. Couple million gone, man. And them a give who contract and everything, and you know, you're nothing else. Enough money chopping up.
Yeah.
Remember them chap from 2007 to 2000, the part when them a come out in the 12, the 5th of the 1st, 2012. Them chap money go straight about 24. The 4th of the 1st, 2012. Then chap money. And them come in, as them come in, them start chap. Can you have some guy that block, you know, right now, the amount of thing them have, you know. I can tell you, big up yourself. Them have the amount of thing them have it unbelievable. Rich!
Man, them a millionaire, man.
Billion in a Jamaican term.
Yeah.
So they come in and they start building wealth instead of taking care of the people.
Building wealth.
And now
just talk. Me I can play something and make it here with the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister tell us, say, you know, him did have set out the economy. 8 years. Remember, you know, portion about 18 and you see what she do, you know what she go do and them go set it. You hear thing that in 2013 leaching. I said Peter Phillips have a crap on him belly and beg them. That's true.
Yeah.
No.
A real thing, I don't know joke.
Thing. Yeah. Nothing of that. And then them bringing back the same hardly sack. I never seen nothing yet. And then them bring in, let me tell you, 5 of them, you know. Hardly sack. You remember when them come, hardly sack, Nelson, Webby, then hardly sack, when one of them, no, Ligel, and Mummy too, Mummy return. them move my return and them get Ligel it fully, move all this and put mummy return in a education. You know to tell she slow like a bug. When she talk it don't make no sense.
She's right.
Like a bug to mummy return. Eh? Yes, man. This a joke. The whole of this a garbage. See? And what them doing when them talk, you don't think them are going with something because them plan is Andrew Bareface when them talk, you know. He will just come with what he want to say. But it's not reality. We do the most. We do more than any PMP administration.
Yes.
The most chopping.
Yeah, man.
You understand? The most corruption when you combine them.
When he's ready to start tell lie, you know, he tell it with passion, you know, because he must sell it with him body language, you know. And in the strain him voice, you know, because he want if a project out there, but most of the people are aware of that stunt right now, brother. Nothing behind that political stunt that you're trying at all the times. You know, the people ain't having it again. You know what I mean? Because as you say, you know, what he was banking on, you know, because you said that he is there now for 8 years.
Yes.
And if you are there for 8 years, why you have to do a budget presentation for 5 hours? Your legacy should speak for you by now.
I see it.
You understand?
I mean, I talk to Jamaican people now. You don't need nobody come wake you up like them we what them call it? Winky blinky. I you call it Nicodemus in the night, 2 o'clock. I wake up about this is your prime minister. People have to call me now and say, talk to him in alone, so. Man, I will on it talk. The man can't see where I sleep and find people out of their sleep, so you know. Him and police. Eh? By the way, we have Nice Abatement Act. Them should have locked him up. Him forget charge. Him and the police come go there.
He not bigger than the law. He don't bigger than the law.
Well, when you ride around 2 o'clock in the morning, early morning, making noise, say you're campaigning, and nobody cite you, you know, and nobody tell him that he's breaking the law either. Everybody stay quiet and let him do what he want to do. You know.
That's what we are telling him now, you know. Him break the law. And we are see the police and them not going to charge him. Them don't charge him. Mr. The UK Prime Minister a drive and I tell you about what him do. You know, him car, you know, them video it. Him put it up. Them charge him. He never have on a box. He never have on a seatbelt. Him and the Prime Minister, him have to pay up.
Yeah.
Them see the video and charge him. Why you don't charge the Prime Minister and forget charge? You wake up, you have Nice Abatement Act, you have loudspeaker when people are asleep, them nobody couldn't do this, and you not charge, you don't get charged. Eh?
Well,
the man forget charge.
It's a pattern.
Go with him.
It's a pattern with this party, though.
Yes.
Because look at Shrek. What she did. She tell the judge, oh, that's all right. We can finish this. Just remind the people about their oath. Right? Yes. She never reported anything to the police. Right? Dog Paw father-in-law was there too. He didn't report none to the police. Right? The judge himself was bewildered. He knew what the truth was, but he said, we're just going to continue. Right? You can't write things off like nothing happened. And then you have PJ in his elderly state coming having to tell him, no, you have precedents before that you should have been talking about. Right? Nobody respect the law in that party. That's one of the things we noticed. They don't respect it one bit.
And the law not operate because what them do, them put some yes man as police, but them are not police, them are agent, them are just some political puppet. What we just call it as is. That's why them fight Rowan James. That's why them fight Rowan James. He might take up for the rank and file members of the force as the chairman, right?
Yep.
Yes. And them turn around now and when you look up a political thing them I use against him. Political puppets.
Because anytime you stand up against them in a way, Anytime you stand up against them, you're in a trouble because watch how the Prime Minister himself work. Anything what him say, all when time it not right, it you fi jump and run with. And if you not jump and run with what the Prime Minister say, brother, you're in a problem with them. Just look on even the common supporters them. Just the common little supporters them are down here, so you know, when the Labour right in a power, you know, brother. Watch how them behave and go on like Jamaica, feed them and them beat up other citizens and not care them, say what they want, say them carry on, and then because what is the leader? They follow their leader.
Yeah.
And that's the pattern of the Jamaica Labour Party. Anytime them in power, we are the biggest and the baddest thing. Nobody can talk to it. And it's plain to see in our eyes, brother.
True.
All the common supporters believe in run Jamaica when the Labour Party is in power.
Can you imagine Herb and Aromatic? You have a guy who go beat up man and pay money and buy a vote in the man place and draw a gun for him and know them not charge him. And in turn, and when him turn?
Councillor.
Him a councillor. That little piece of shit. A councillor. A councillor.
Councillor.
You just call that part father-in-law. Him did lose 2 gun and all now. Them not charge him. Agintai lose 2 too, you know. And him friend lose 2 make 4. Them not charge him neither. But them charge Philip Fall where them go pay fee money. Where them tell you, oh, him leave a gun down like somebody move it. Them dark part father-in-law film gonna film house. Nobody not breaking, but you know, them the 2 of them missing. One missing around 3 o'clock in the morning, and the other one around 12. 2 different time. And a dark part father-in-law that, you know. Dark part father-in-law, and them not charge him. Them don't.
Well, again, you know, anytime you establish a domain, you're the king, you're ruling over your domain, right? And what happened with your lawyer? What happened to his lawyer?
Them not charge him neither.
They don't charge him either.
The man come out and say him back, Brad.
Yeah.
Sooner Jeremy and then him baby mother talk to me. Him sister, brother, him friend them when them send them money. The man get all bed rest. At the first in a Jamaica history. You ever hear you the girl, she sleep the night before, you know.
Yeah.
And the night that she never go up there. The night them kill him, but she thinks that maybe she dead too, but I don't think them that rush him the night if she did because them don't want to kill she. Them want him. Them when you look him females, well, we know the house buy everything. But them up there and you know, can you buy a house and your name? Because I might from my bite my name and I let it go, you know. Money them must have come from you. From my bite now your name and I let it go. Can they even go a quote and from your name, no the quote I'm one black this so you easy to forget with that man. When you look, them call doctor and doctor. And the first never see this. The man get 22 stab and 1 gunshot. Police in there too, you know, big police. In that killing. Yeah. See? Spare him well in there, man. You understand? And what them do, them eliminate him. Shit, that girl go to them guard, the quad bike. Him was a guard now. And the man. But him have much quad bike and him have jet ski and him have 2 bends up there when it's the red one and black one. Him have much things in you know, but it's a little handy man. And then E.T. beam down, go in the house there and just kill him and beam up back. Or maybe Trek from Space 1999, one of them from Star Trek. Spec from Star Trek. One of them. Not Trek, you know. Spark. Yeah. Not Trek. No one go say Trek. Trek for go trim for your Santa. Spark from Star Trek. Must have beam down and hurt the man and then beam up back. And no. The man, him come out and say him back broad. Him not busy about nobody. Him back broad. Him get a bed rest too, you know. Bed rest. But you can use circumstantial evidence and send Ninja Man go to prison. That has Trek 5. Yeah. So you have 2 lines of Jamaica, it will fight against. Eh? It's bad. It's terrible. Yes.
Well, whichever laws them following is not the law of the land. And that is why only the man who live below crossroads get prosecuted. Right? Everybody else above they may go through the system, but they're not going to jail. They're not sitting in jail, waiting trial. And then the one exception is Silvera. Why? Because his thing, the media is all over it.
No, none of that. None of that. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you up front.
Yeah.
Them do this, just wait, make it play out. That's why I'm not saying nothing, make it play out. Because when me know, them now go around me. Them ungo do it again like you care because they want to play. It's a political thing them a try play.
Political man, political strategy. Man.
When me know them no know, me is a man me is up on the ground, them a play a political thing. Not with him lie. That's why I say, okay, if you go for him, go for Patrick Bailey. The man dead in the house. Him and him in the house. Him never dead there. Them know say never dead there. But man, this and them say some things where me know better than that. Me say it's a political thing. Them a play like them care for people. Don't make them trick you. Remember Fix Bailey? I Fix Bailey him name, you know. Him greener than Andrew, you know. Remember him sister-in-law, the one day where them take one and give the thing when she win the other day, she a counselor, you know. That's a Thunder Bailey wife, you know. Yeah? In a sentence, you know. Remember Thunder Bailey, they go over there in a Bloomfield and come back and say the man bought condom and all kind of thing. Yep. Listen, some things where them go on with it unbelievably, you know. Watch them. Them to stop it, man. See? So we know them style. We know them style, man. I mean, know them.
The little youth. The little youth will just get executed. The youth, they are where me from, you know.
Yeah.
Saying, I am from the ghetto, the garrison. At them me represent. Saying, we not hear nobody run with a story there, you know. But you know one can tell Aromatic for them on a Silvera case 24/7. Now what do you know, man? You don't think Aromatic a clown, man? What happened to that youth? It happened in the ghetto every day and we don't hear nobody. The ball, I worry about that. It's just a 2-day wonder and 9-day and it done. But you don't want to play a political football with this thing.
Yes.
You don't want to inbox me how much you don't talk about still. Nah, man. Make a thing play out, man. The justice system that deal with it, man.
And go for Patrick Bailey.
Go for Patrick Bailey because it's the first in history in a way.
Go for Patrick Bailey.
The first in history I see where the main suspect rule out, you know. You come on the scene, 2 person, 1 dead, and you rule out the main suspect.
No breaking. No force.
And where you hear them thing in the world, brother? You rule out the main suspect, the police report, you know, no forced entry or breaking. And you rule out the main suspect. And on top of that, you call doctor and say the man fi go get rest. Because man stress.
Yep.
Because him don't, you see it, he must stress because the man, and gunshot bust in the house.
Oh my God, man.
And you talk about decibel now, you talk about 150, it echo, you talk about 160, you must wake up.
The question
and go upstairs. But him and no suspect. And look now, you have all of them and things them. The boy and friend them go to the yard, everybody talk to me. Them see it. But what them do is play a political game and who jump on it, jump on it. Because I really, you know, I'm not going them the dafa, you know. Because
yes, man.
Around Mark Wolin, anybody around Mark Wolin,
yes,
them off.
Yes.
Remember, me not buying that foolishness.
Yeah, man, a real thing, man.
Yeah, Mark Wolin. So yeah, that's
a real thing.
Name, you know, firm out and thing. Yes, Mark Wolin.
Yes, man.
So what them do now is that thing. Remember, you know, Mark come up, big stone, go up on a stage with a chain.
Yes.
Them run out.
Yes.
This stuff like the man not Jamaican. I'm slave free. And look on them and most of them attack. Most of them are PSOJ are skin, you know, but them are Jamaican.
Yeah, man, which is right.
Yes. You understand?
Which is right. It is right.
Sister, to the queen, yeah.
Which is right.
Greetings, my brother, Sir Herb. Aromatic.
Bless up my sister. Bless up my sister.
And welcome to our platform.
It's a pleasure. What a crowd I am in. I am delighted.
Yes. Of course, of course. Sir Herb, my friend, what's going on?
Oh, everything. You know that. You know,
We've been
on the case all weekend, and we're trying to brush up tonight to show that Yeah, we
Yeah.
were on the housing earlier, and
Yes.
that is a mess. So we're
Indeed.
on justice now, and that is a mess.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
there's nothing we can talk about that is not a mess.
True
So
that.
maybe we can highlight some good points if we can find it.
You want me give my son going up point and I drop down people.
You want, I can give you a good point. I can give you a good point, Sir Herb. The
Yeah.
best baby father for ideas.
So you see it? Hey, my sister, hey, me and Maria twin boy, you know, no one put me, you know. You hear that? You me just say when I laugh till everyone. You hear? Don't go that. You see like Maria just come in and say that, you know, I never complete this, you know. I complete it. Yes, baby father, that was remember the man get up and say low blow, you know. That are the lowest blow me ever seen.
True that.
You can have a wife for you married 26 years. So you have grown son now. And you use baby mother for the analogy. Best baby
Exactly.
father when you name a call up all about.
Exactly.
How much baby you get out the road. And then she have to shake her head, she's so embarrassed.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
You need to come out of her mouth. Eh? I know
That's
I'm
not-
going to come out of her mouth from the other day. Me notice my past.
That's not nice, though. For a married man and a prime minister, that's not nice.
Yeah. And that
Yeah, but even if he wasn't married, the platform he has and given his position, that shouldn't come out of his mouth, you know? That should never come out of his mouth at all. And then, given all wait a minute, Sir Herb, given all the stories out there, the rumors out there, he should be the last person to come out and say that.
That's true.
So how you think the wife feels? I have my issues with her against her about her job, but this I have to take her, you know, I have to support her on this one. It was very low for her. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to wonder if a word him mature to, you know, because we don't know why would use a word like that. You know what I mean? So carelessly.
Yeah.
Which the first lady is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something with the first lady.
What way? The scripture says, you know, from the abundance of the heart, the lips speak. So
Because show something with the first lady, you know. Because show something. Same lady. Look on that. And then look at. That's so embarrassing. And then first him do it.
Yeah.
Or if you have your wife, this a conference where everybody I watch, and she kiss you, and your wife have and show it and put in your pocket. You know how embarrassing that is? This is here so embarrassing. So under the first, this is a God and me don't know if you say, you know. I'm wife this, you know. Look here. Eh? Can you imagine? Look here. You cannot go like me. Like no, watch it. Look here. Maria, I don't know if you have words to say about that thing about this does it touch on to the best baby father now. Me see why. So what I'm doing now,
exactly.
yeah, because maybe somebody did where him know you might wipe it off as I see me do wipe it off and nobody feel no way, nothing go on, you know. It don't gonna send some message to me.
This but a real man, you know, a real man who that and his wife does that would wear lipstick as a badge of honor throughout what he wouldn't be fazed by that. That'd be a badge of honor for him because that is his wife, that is the love of his life. A Mark Gordon would wear the lipstick with honor. You see what I'm saying? So he has been feeding the rumor mills with his actions. And on top of that, when he was on the campaign trail, he said, well, you know, this voice is for the ladies. He has to be careful what he says. Yes, what he says and how it comes across. Whether or not there were rumors out there about him, he has to be mindful of his wife and he has to respect her enough to know that certain things he should not say. Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. Don't joke none of that, bro.
Yeah.
All the man them just
the
this
prime
person for the
minister
lady. And you have your wife.
Eh?
Yeah.
Maria just said never play it, you know. But them some finger fast. I'm gonna play it again. Maria, you just said some of a plate, make them see it. Look here.
This voice is what it is.
When you hear it, let me play it one more time. Let me play it one more time.
This voice is what it is.
You're married, man. For the
I'm gonna
ladies.
preach and come in.
And of him wife, the vice him wife, and all man. Yeah, yeah. All the man them just listen, including Queenie. Get outside! Queenie. Go outside.
That was so funny.
outside.
That was so funny, Diana.
Eh? I don't understand that neither.
I'm sorry.
That's
That was so funny, you know.
Eh?
Well,
That
look,
was funny, though.
so it give even more credence to the falsehood, to the pretense that he walked out of Parliament under, right?
Yes. Yes.
How could he feel any way after him do all of this in public and then come back to Parliament with him in Papi show?
Ah.
There you go, Sir Herb. There you go.
And you know what, Herb? When you look now, you have one named Cougar. People, you know, it's big people around here. From our neighbor go down, that mummify. He run out, you know, not Maria, we have to knock it hard, you know. She run out on a talk, you know, turn it in a sexist talk. Because Mark just something and attack Prime Minister wife and this, and he never do that. But yesterday the Prime Minister come and flap her by saying, baby mother.
Exactly.
Yes, baby mother.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I tell you, say my baby father, I have some little baby all about. And no one neither. He's the best baby
That is
father.
exactly what he's saying. That is the best baby father.
And your wife then have to shake her head.
Yeah.
You understand? I have to shake him head, shake her head. But just shake her head, it's so embarrassing. I say no, but a woman, the same shouldn't do it. Yeah, you understand? It's bad, man.
That is not an issue. That is not an issue. That's not a gender issue. And there's nothing setting women back to taking women back to the 1950s. That is rubbish. And Babs was trying to gaslight people, and it backfired because I am a woman, and I'm saying what you're saying is rubbish. I'm smart enough to be objective, and when it is so, it is so. But in this case, it is not so because one, the opposition leader did not attack his wife personally.
No,
he didn't
not.
call her outside of her name. As a matter of fact, he didn't even call her name. He said the Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
This, as he should. That he's supposed to address the Speaker of the House.
Yeah. Very respectful.
You're right.
He was respectful of her, yes. But he addressed the issue that the Speaker of the House has been less than forthcoming, has been less than transparent and accountable to the people for whom she is working and the people who are paying her salary. He didn't attack her. He addressed the situation, the policy differences that they are having. But he did not address it. He wasn't having a personal difference with her. It's a policy difference. And there's nothing wrong with that. So for him to get into his feelings, it means that, you know, something, she shouldn't be in the position then. Because her sitting there, she should be able to tell him to shut off his mic too if he's saying something that is not right in the parliament. She should shut it up because inside the parliament, though they are spouses, it's business.
Yeah.
So nothing personal. The minute they leave parliament, then it becomes personal. But as long as they're in the walls of Gordon House, forget the personal pleasantries out the door. It's strictly business. She's going to hold him accountable because that is her job. That is her job. And he shouldn't feel any way about it to say, oh, but I'm your husband. No, not in here, not in Gordon House. Outside of that, fine, but not within the walls of Gordon House. So he got upset for nothing. And he showed his colors. He showed that he's thin-skinned and he doesn't have the temperament to be an effective leader.
All right, we're going to put some more all in what him do. Marky G do an interview. I'm going to play it right now and you're going to hear what him say. Mark said them get Them get him speech. So it was a plan walk out. Them don't want him mention the 6 or nothing. So them have the speech before. And you know what happened, Maria? When the Prime Minister speak, them never give him for them speech, you know. All that bad because them are the opposition leader. But him, you know, with the tradition, you know, them never get the speech. One of them have it. If you notice, the Prime Minister did have all them card and say, look, him did have the speech before. Long before. Hear this, hear Marcus Yasso. Hear Marcus Yasso.
The critique of Mrs. Holness, did you expect the reaction? The reaction and the walkout and all of that?
Well, first of all, it wasn't a critique of Mrs. Holness, and I think it's important to say that because people keep using that expression.
Yeah.
It was a critique of the arrangement implemented by the Prime Minister, really, to have his spouse to be the Speaker. I have nothing against Mrs. Holness personally. In fact, I enjoy a cordial relationship with her. And, you know, she's a lady who has achieved many things in her life and, you know, respect due. So I have nothing against Mrs. Holness, and I would always be polite to Mrs. Holness and courteous. But the arrangement, which has put in place a kind of structure of potential conflict of interest, is what I was criticizing. When he reacted the way he did, I wasn't expecting him to storm out in a fit of pique. No, I wasn't.
You're low.
Well, whatever he wants to say. I didn't expect him to do that.
A bean has more.
Because it's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's bizarre that the government, which control the parliament by their majority, walked out of their own parliament.
That's it.
I mean, I've seen the speech that we went out to 63. We little but with Talawa. You know, I didn't realize how Talawa we were that we could cause the government to abandon parliament. It was unprecedented. So I was taken by surprise by it, to be honest, because it's never happened before. I'm not aware of any situation in which the government, with their majority, has walked out of parliament, leaving the opposition in there without a quorum. So I couldn't complete my speech.
Right.
You know, and they could easily have fixed that by coming back. There was a 5-minute period that they had to reflect. They chose not to. So, you know, I went outside and there were some of our supporters there and I finished my speech.
That was inspired though, I must say. Like, you know, like the budget is usually, it's in government, no one really cares, but the fact that you actually completed it outside, I guess it gives kind of some sort of, for the people kind of vibe. So.
It felt that way. You know, it reminded me of 1938, you know. So, you know, there was I climbed up onto a wall and spoke to the people from there. And the speech was nearing its end anyway, so it wasn't a long thing. But there were some important points that I had not yet said, which I think was one of the reasons why the Prime Minister elected to run out and cause the thing to come to an end, because he had a copy of the speech. Unlike yesterday, where we the copy of his speech, he did not circulate copies of his speech. Well, whatever.
So get the copy of it. May I make it? I'm not
No, 13, no, brother.
Them they get the copy. That mean them read them plan. That's what one time. When so low. So I'm forum now. You're not gonna get to finish his speech. You don't want him come with this. So them boy copy, but you see, Mark brain work different than that. You know, me tell you, say Mark, them can't no care what them doing now. The man move and you see him go outside.
Listen, that was a Michael Manley move. That was a textbook Michael Manley move. Straight to the playbook of Michael Manley.
This is all low Andrew is. You get up because you don't want him finish the speech and nobody you and you have it to read it. So I read at a part that him get up, and that's why he was just and when him saying low, this and them no, and we want to sell bush what I run out. You don't want them have a trap female say I have a trap out there. Bush rat.
I say what I say? Look about dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna know who my so now hey, can I size him up? I'm gonna show you how I size him up. I size him up in the bush rat, you know. Can I size them up, you know. So I say bush rat, I make a flash. I'll show you me have for bush rat. Cause you know, I'm show you me have for bush rat. Well on there. Can I have something for bush rat, you know? You have something for bush rat, I'm not showing it from the other. This is a new thing. People want me have for bush rat. See? See that? Show you what me have for bush rat. Me say at the trap. Me the one when him run out to catch him in a trap, you know. And Queenie to have something for him too, you know. I may have something for Andrew and him wife. I just show me never Me never dry it up that on a seat good. But me have shown it. See that? See what me have for bushwater. When I say it? Yeah, when them run out, I chop me and put it in a trap, you know. And then you see Queenie, go outside.
I'm running.
See me, Queenie, outside. Go outside. See that? Outside.
Go outside with something on your mouth side.
Yeah, man, go outside. And then you know, them a cartoon government. See them here? You see them? When I see them, me have the thing for them, man. Me have them for them, man. I know I don't put them, you know. No, I don't put them.
Yeah, burn them doing it. They burn them, you know.
Yeah?
They burn them, then I like it.
Go outside. Queenie, you have to send him outside, man. Yeah? And Bush about him a fan half.
Yeah, man, but
Deadman Mackenzie's behavior was totally unacceptable.
Yeah.
Because he was just feet away. He was literally feet away from the opposition leader. I mean, seriously? That's the standard he's setting. And here's another thing too. What they did, you know, sends a wrong message to young people looking on. As the young man said to him at the University of the West Indies, we look at you in the parliament and you're cursing one another out and calling one another all kinds of names. How do you expect us to behave in society if you are doing it at that level? You cannot control yourselves at the seat of the government. And here they are, government ministers, members of parliament on the government side with all the majority, walking out, fanning off the opposition leader, and then to add insult to injury, the prime minister did not give the opposition leader a copy of his speech when he got a copy of the opposition leader's speech. So you see that Andrew is feeding the kind of vindictiveness, retaliation, and hatred that the Jamaican people are fostering them in one another again. And this is harkening back to a time that we should not be going back to, of the politics of the 70s coming into the 80s.
Yeah.
That is what Andrew seems to be fostering right now. And it is a dangerous precedent that he has set in the parliament on Tuesday. And he talks about his legacy and what his legacy is going to be. This is his legacy on a silver platter. This is it. And another thing too, he has not apologized to the opposition leader. He has not apologized to the people of Jamaica. So he feels he's well within the right to be so disrespectful of the people. And who can talk to him? That is wrong. That is wrong.
You know, him come up with that speech when the opposition leader talk, eh? He want to sit down now with the opposition leader to talk crying.
No.
He must Mark Golden do not sit down with Andrew. Not this time, no. And then you somebody run out. Somebody tell me about some people, some guys, some I don't know who this I say, you know, people for boycott election. You think I get to treat this?
That's rubbish. That is rubbish.
Anybody come say that because you want somebody give Andrew the election, them can't win otherwise. You can't boycott the election and go vote. If you boycott the election, or the prime minister stays the prime minister. You think I eat that?
And you get whatever they hand to you. Whatever they hand to the people, they're deserving of. So you can't complain if you don't vote. So that is rubbish. And another thing too.
If you're the opposition boycott the election, that means you want. You remember in 1983?
That's rubbish.
Man, they boycott the election because them leave out 200 young people for the ballot. One bag of thing them are going with. So when boycott,
but it was a snap election. Remember, it was 83. It was a snap election. Yeah.
Right. So when the boycott it, you notice is 60 JLP member of parliament about Jamaica in 1989. 60 of them from 83. Every seat taken. And we never vote because you understand. So if you tell the opposition the boycott, you do give back Andrew, him that say you may get something for the platter. Anybody come see it, them have ulterior motive them for move. Remember we run that side. We have the Fantastic Five, and we have Aromatic Writers and next family member this one around neither, you know. You understand? So when you know.
But here's the thing, you see, Wayne. Here's the thing, Wayne, is that if people do not vote, what do you think is going to happen? Anarchy. You see what is happening in Port-au-Prince?
Of course.
Yeah.
There's no government there. Nobody's in control. So it doesn't matter. if you vote, you stand a better chance of holding a government accountable.
Yes.
But when you do not, you get anything you get, you have to take it. You cannot complain about it because you didn't vote. So when people walk around and boast and beat their chest about, I didn't vote, you should be ashamed of yourself. Then don't complain. Then you shouldn't be getting any government services because you didn't vote for it. You didn't vote for it. So yeah, the vote is important because your vote is your voice. Every person's vote counts, and that is one step in the direction of holding the government accountable. So the best way to hold them accountable is to put in place people who represent your interest. Because you have to vote for your interest, you know. But Jamaicans have been voting against their own interests and voting for people who come and enrich themselves and tell them, so, oh man, give us in 2 more years, you're gonna see the success going to trickle down to you. But while we're going through it, they in Parliament are getting richer who don't have gas station, have $800 million house, have all kind of projects going for themselves, and the people have nothing. The very basic services for the people are lacking, and the people themselves who are suffering don't see that. That is what they must be concerned about, and that is why they need to vote, because then they can say to their representatives, you need to answer to me because I gave you a job. I don't know when Jamaicans lost their voice, because there was a time when Jamaicans were active, serious activists, not only political activists, but community activists that got things done for their community. When did they become so passive?
Well,
And allow government to run roughshod? Yes, sir, Herb.
It's either that or you ask the other question. When did they sell their souls for $1?
There you go.
Look at what's happening at the UN. They
Yes.
can't vote with integrity anymore. They have to go along with somebody to get along, right? They sell their souls over the Israeli question, and they're in bed with Israel. They sold out the Palestinians, and then they sell out
people.
the Venezuelans, the very people who came and saved our bacon. So
yes.
Where does it all end? Now this man is starting to break down the system that we have in Parliament, the system of cooperation. That hey, you cooperate in this house, and you show deference, or you show some type of protocol to each other.
Right.
But all of this stuff, this man is tearing it down. And then to refer to your wife, your spouse, the speaker of the house, as your baby mother.
Baby mother.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
Not she. She shake her head. So
Yeah.
him not say she. He the best baby father.
Yeah.
And that's how Shabbat that sing best baby father in Jamaica, because you have enough baby mother, you know. You say, baby. I remember when you're married, you never call your wife now, or your family that know, you know, your next half, you know, your wife that, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, your wife and your whole family and your kids, with all respect, you know, call your wife baby like that, baby mother. Remember your son.
But another thing, you know, Wayne, something Sir Herb was touching on about how they treat each other. The traditions and norms that they're accustomed to have been out the window since Andrew Holness, since 2020, at least, as a matter of fact, because that's the same thing the opposition leader Mark Golding alluded to in his speech and in the interview he gave yesterday, when people are saying, oh, but you supported the nomination, you seconded the nomination. Okay, yeah, you seconded the nomination, so what?
But
you know, Rattigan said, you know, I remember Rattigan saying a few months ago, you know, when it just happened, he said that's a smart move. And now I'm seeing what Rattigan is saying.
No, but
because it has played out. It has played out. Many of us didn't like it. I remember Rattigan saying,
No, me tell somebody say one, me tell him say no man a good thing. I mean somebody call me
exactly.
I say no man. So you can't hold them accountable.
Because it is playing out now. It is playing out the way that you have said. It is playing out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why. That's the reason why when Babsy is trying to play the gender game, it now work, because remember it's Philip Palwell who gave her the go-ahead. But remember, Philip Palwell is not the PMP. Philip Palwell speak on behalf of them. So if Philip Palwell give her the go-ahead, it simply means to say, Mark, give her the go-ahead and the rest of the members, because this is what he said, you know. We have some concern, but I decided not to take an issue with it after she was appointed.
Yeah, because
I was prepared
they have the numbers, you know, they have the numbers on their side. But listen, okay, stick a pin on the nomination. Let's go back to some issues that in the Constitution requires the government to consult the opposition on. The extension of the DPP's tenure.
Yes.
Did they consult the opposition on that? No, they did not.
No, they just push it down their throat.
They just push it through.
No, what happened is, no, before this, when Peter Philip was there, Peter Philip said, no, this must work, you know, we don't want her, share baggage. Then push it, you come out and I burn out Peter Phillips. When exactly. Because that's subtract 5.
Exactly. So, right. So the point is to show.
It's problematic. And then
right, but the point is to show, Wayne, that they do not respect traditions and norms that they inherited, whether it was a JLP or a PNP administration, Bruce Golden, Siaga, PJ, Portia, Michael, certain traditions were continued, were just accepted. Andrew changed all of that.
That's fine.
So that is the background on which Paul said, you know what, okay, then we're going to go along to get along, but it doesn't mean they cannot object. Doesn't mean they cannot object.
Even object, you can't stop her.
They can't stop her because they still have the majority. Can't stop her.
They have the majority. So they can, and they know that, and you know what happened? They would have used the same gender argument to say, back then, to say, well, you know, they don't want to see.
Slogan.
Even though she would not have been the first female Speaker of the House.
Yes.
Violet Nelson. So she would not have been the first Speaker of the House. Female Speaker of the House. So but they would use it as a crutch to say, you see, but not realizing that there was the optics of it, the conflict of interest issues that it raised, you know, was something that everybody saw, but decided to let's see, that's just to take a wait and see approach. And in taking a wait and see approach, she has proven everybody right that she should not have been in that position. Not because she's a woman, but because she's the wife of the Prime Minister. So you cannot, you shouldn't have the Prime Minister being the Prime Minister and his wife being the Speaker. Like I said before, the country is being run from the bedroom of
and you're right.
These people.
You're right. You're right.
You're right. There is no two way about that.
Just look at it. Because and the issue now, let's go now to the issue of the Auditor General's report, which is at the crux of this conversation too. Because it was sent to her 3 months ago, both in December 28th and January 29th, somewhere one of those two. But those they were right. And if there was something wrong with it, are you telling me she sat on it and did not read it for 3 months before sending it back, 3 and 2 months respectively? So if something was wrong with it, then why did she not send it back from then?
That's
one. And for Dr. Crabb to come out and talk about no report as of today, you know, they need to stop with these nonsense. It goes back to when Ligel said that he did not get any information from about SSL. He got no report about SSL. And when he was pressured, then he came and said, oh yes, we now found it. They need to stop this nonsense and run the country the country. It's the way it's supposed to be run, because the corruption level in Jamaica is causing everybody to be concerned, but it's causing a level of voter apathy where people trust no politician. It doesn't matter if a few are honest, they just trust nobody, because they just even if you made the money. Let's use Mark Golding as an example. He wasn't he didn't come into politics and made his money. He made his money outside of politics decades before. And no matter how honest he is, people are going to still paint him with that broad brush that he's going to come in here to take taxpayers' money, forgetting that he was a senator, And he was also a minister of justice, and he wasn't running his business while doing those jobs. They forget those things. But they're still going to paint him with that broad brush that he's going to come and take taxpayers' money. So we're not going to trust him, we're not vote for nobody. Especially young people, you cannot talk to young people about politics because they don't see how it is benefiting them. And it shouldn't be that way because they are the future. And if the reason they feel that way is that they don't see any way out for themselves. They don't have the skills training centers. They don't have the vocational training centers. They don't have the assistance they need with education. And free tuition is different from free education. We don't need to conflate those two things. So I don't want Andrew to come and talk about he's helping with free tuition and think he's doing something grand. No, you're not. Free education is a total different ballgame altogether. When education is free up to tertiary level, when education was free up to tertiary level, more people at the bottom of the social and economic ladder were able to make it in life because education was their ticket out of poverty. It is not so now because you have children graduating from high school who don't know that CAT is post, and that is a serious problem.
I want to show a video with Andrew Holness. Remember, I playing something with Michael Manley, Sir Manley. The first year, you hear much thing put in place. Andrew got 2 terms. And Andrew now come back to the people them the other day when he walk away, wake up people out of them bed. And this is what Andrew said. 8 years already, 8 plus, because of February 2016. February 2016.
I'm going at the 9 here now. Not going to the 9 now.
Yeah, month gone on it already. So this is what Andrew said to the people them now. But I'm one of them lick him head. Him drop off him bed and lick him head, man. Hear what I said to the people them now. Hear this.
Fixing the economy, placing the economy on a sustainable path. Within the next 2 to 3 years, every Jamaican is going to feel the benefit of that in some way. You're feeling it now.
You're right.
I'm an sick in it, no, ever man, you could have right. You could have remember playing back again and listen to people. Every, listen here. Remember I'm saying the economy I work, And this is where him come, this is where him can come with, brother. After 8 years, you could have dead out and yam dirt like worm. And I'm gonna tell you, when you look at some building and go find my friend them and everything, and I tell you, say, 3 years time you're gonna feel it. So if you make him win again, and then you wait and then you're gonna feel it. Yeah. Remember play it again. This unbelievable. Yeah.
Fixing the economy, placing the economy on a sustainable path. Within the next 2 to 3 years, every Jamaican is going to feel the benefit of that in some way. You're feeling it.
So when fix, fear feel. No mountain, why you fix to people? Hey,
it's poverty, man.
Because when him talk, it's herb. When I answer for me, I calm down before me. When I answer for me, man. Because I'm going to throw me off.
I poverty,
I think he's trying to motivate us.
No, but I'll be a fire and lightning and brimstone and a thing now. So we're not ramping up. When I translate it for me, because that it sounds like gibberish to me. Because that don't make no sense, You could have somebody sit down. 8 years, remember, when Porsche go in, they mash up the economy, And she go in back, by 2.5 years, when I have him done, people are suffering thing him gone 8. Remember, them did mash it up, Bruce them and them, And she have to beg for put it back on track. Can I play it? And you hear him coming and talk about people that suffer and all kind of things. And no, he might tell you after 8 years, if you give him 3 more, that make 11. And then you're going to start feel it. You feel it, listen now, you know what you feel, people? You feel mango pan tree or breeze when it blow up on you or something. You can feel things, Something crawl upon you, you feel it and them things. I can't make Queenie come near because you know why nothing crawl upon you. Bushrat. See? Yes. So everybody gonna feel it. Me and the man come back again and I say, he gonna end electricity poverty. Poverty. Oh that. Me never know say current poverty now. No, man. He not say my end poverty, my electricity poverty. What the man attacks, man?
But poverty is poverty. Poverty is poverty, you know, well, like electricity poverty or
But there is
poverty is
there
poverty.
is no such thing.
There's no such thing as electricity poverty because when a person is poor, then we steal. When a person is poor, they cannot afford electricity, they cannot pay their bills, they cannot send their children to school. Poverty is just poverty. So you cannot section it off and call it this kind of poverty and that kind of poverty. Too many people in Jamaica are living below the poverty line. And if you realize that the people who are most affected, even by the crime situation, are those who are living below the poverty level, or below the poverty level, the poor people. Like Peter just said, only the poor man feel it. Everybody else is fine. So when he talks about prosperity and all, he's not talking about regular Jamaicans. And when he's talking about, you know, benefiting from, he's not talking about regular Jamaicans. Because what benefits regular Jamaicans? Healthcare. Being able to go to the hospital and get medication, and if they need to be admitted to the hospital, they have a bed. Police stations, not dry weather police stations, but police stations that have a roof that don't leak and have patrol cars. The police have weapons, they have bulletproof vests, they have shoes, they have uniform. Okay? Fire stations have working fire trucks, ambulances. Schools are functioning where the teachers are being paid properly and the students have the tools that they need to help to make them learn in school. So those are the basic things that they need. So telling people about prosperity without giving them the things that they need to be prosperous doesn't mean anything. So when they come with all the fancy talk and the fancy this, the people are still hungry.
And every poor people, every poor man have him castle. Say if you're poor, oh, you own a castle. And they say,
how can you own a castle if you're poor?
You're poor, every
Makes
poor man
no
have a
sense.
castle. You might tell if you got thief or something. Every poor man, I believe I'm going to help you. More sitting in prison. That don't make no sense. You have to hold him to account. Real talk, I win action of the thing. We know in that with him. 8 years. And him still want 3 more. So you're going to feel. You're going to feel it, you know. 3 more. You want to fix the economy. And by the way, let me just say something straight to you. Before him come in, apply, when the money was 6,000, the minimum wage, apply yourself for like 1,800, then 2,000, and then it go up a little more, 2,000 something. You could have buy 3 plyboard with 6,000. 6,000. And then you go to 2 and you still have your change and have some money there. Right? How much you can buy right now? You want every man fix the economy? How much you can buy right now? Say Chichi and Yam down your house. Big up yourself, Queenie. Say Chichi and Yam down your house. See? Yeah, man. Yeah, big mama, bless. So Chichi and Yam down your house. You know the termite them and Yam the board. See? Them and Yam down your house. I laugh. You know, yeah, them Maria. Them and the termite and Yam down your house. You need to set up your thing, see? How much money for your sheet apply right now? 12 grand. So even if you push that 15 grand, you can't buy 3. That tell you the state of the country. How much you pound of flour now? And look how much you eat back then. How much you soap? How much you pound of rice? How much you tin of mackerel? People, them right now, them national dish hour. It can't be, I can't saltfish, I can't buy saltfish. I can't tin mackerel now, you know.
No call that tin mackerel, it's lady mackerel. Have some manners.
Well, some people, I don't know if they like the name them eat lady mackerel, you know. So
it's lady mackerel.
Lady mackerel, you know. Eh? The man down the board. You say when the teacher the man down the board. What you want me to say? That board down down. Yes, man. See? But you can't buy it. So when he say fix the economy, fix it by how? Make it harder for people. I listen back him last year's speech. And the man make nearly an hour. And I tell you one way I do to the police and one in my race ticket and my race all kind of things against the people. This year, he come with the next thing. You know, listen what I'm saying now. Because every year when he come with that one when pass and how much thing and you can see it, it not come in play now, you know. I know. He might flip-flop. Me can play back the one of them and remind him, you know. Can me know you have people like us out as about hold him to him word. See?
He's right.
And him speech, instead of to get smaller He make it longer so you're boring and you not listen it. And then say, yes, them now go listen that when we look at 6 hours. So them now listen it up, get them boring. So let me go.
Strategic move, you know.
Yes. Kevin talk half
Strategic
an hour,
move.
you play the whole night and you hear the foolishness. You never know. If you mean you go
Strategic,
you
man.
want to listen it. But when you listen garbage, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, over this man, and you search for what you want to hear. That's why I'm at with. PR not working. Yes, Herb.
Yeah, you know, I was looking here to see when the government has been saying from 2021 that it's going to sell its shares of JPS and the mortgage bank. And I look all the way up to 2023, 24. I don't see any confirmation that they ever sold the shares in JPS. So when he's talking about poverty and the JPS, or what's the term he used?
Electricity poverty.
Electricity poverty.
Yes. When he's using that term.
So I don't know, but all right, let me translate it because I can't translate gibberish still, but I don't want to do it because him do it all the time. All right, so and you know have nothing named so. So if you say you can't pay your light bill, you might make you pay your light bill. That means you have sustainable job. Okay? So if your light bill come up to 500,000 now, you know, 50,000 then money you have it. You can work 13,000 pay light bill. Impossible. When you plug in a little fridge, your number one you can't run nothing. One fan out 20 and 30,000 you pay light bill. You go cast light and thief light. I'm not talking. Him say no more borrow light for your friend. Aromatic. You want some light for borrow? Come in and understand that. Maria, lend me some light now.
I know.
When the stupidness click, the man say anything out and people make eyes, you know. No more borrow light, either borrow light from your friend. Light.
Yep.
So, Sir Herb, what were you saying that they were going to sell JPS and Jamaica money, but
mortgage bank.
Bank, right.
But check this out. If you're going to say the man with the squeegee is a full-time job, and some other ridiculous full-time jobs you declare, don't you think these people ought to be able to afford a living wage? Don't you think they ought to be able to live somewhere where they can pay the light bill, pay the rent, right? And pay for food and stuff? What them people are getting out there rubbing squeegee on your windshield is not a living wage. They can't afford it. And which light bill they want to afford to pay? Because light bill is the highest, one of the highest in the world, the rates.
Yeah.
So how are they going to afford to pay any of this stuff? The government is responsible because they have to drive up the rates to make a profit. And then the last thing was they're supposed to sell that 19%, not to locals, but to some investment firm in Atlanta, Georgia. So they're still trying to drive up the rates because they have to promise these people a profit, right?
Well, you know,
but hold on a second. Remember now, you know, Andrew Holness promised that he was going to bring in the big power plants to Jamaica, you know. What happened to that plan?
Look, the man is making so many promises. I think he's probably going to sell his Clark shoes to pay for certain things in the end. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Sir Herb, Sir Herb, he's going to sell his wait, Herb, he's going to sell his Clark shoes and then turn around and borrow what he wants.
There you go.
No man, remember Andrew foot them big like giant size. He have a borrow film wife phone, them wife have one. The wife is
oh my
gosh. You know, so them people them not easy, you know, say me they ignore the people them. Them a bombard my phone. I'm gonna want to show this. You know, say everybody hear them but them a write this name with Andrew Holness. You know, so them start full my phone with this picture. And me I said, yo, me not the foolishness. But it's like, me never No, sir. Why the people them not easy, you know? Look here.
How that? Mr. Bramwell?
Boy, them a bother me. Hey, them not easy, you know? Look here. Them are full
Oh,
of the phone.
Lord.
Me not answer them.
No, it look familiar, man.
Yeah? When me not answer them, look what the man them a say.
Americans right mix up, you know.
Them people not easy, you know. Although me I ignore them. The bunch of people them are full of the phone with this. No.
Wait. We don't do tabloid around here, okay?
Them not easy,
Yes.
okay? No. Them people now, they're stubborn, man. No, sir.
We don't do tabloid around here, Wayne.
Yeah? No,
We don't do
sir.
tabloid around here.
Then make sure show me a picture and say just to put it if it's not dead, advance a dead image. And I laugh. Them not easy. And I'm like, we can't, but you know.
You know. No, but seriously, Wayne, tell the people don't distract you here with them out of order. Very rude. Yeah. No, but seriously.
No, man.
The prime minister's I didn't watch it, but it was 4.5 hours in my opinion, 4.5 hours that I would not waste on watching it, because when you look at the country, the things that are staring the people dead in their face are the things that he needs to address and is not addressing, and the level of corruption. And you also cannot talk about the corruption in Jamaica without talking about the corruption of the DPP herself.
Yeah.
Because that is a huge problem that is taken over. And as a matter of fact, his speech, his walkout of Parliament on Tuesday has taken a lot of the conversation away from the DPP and her corruption and the level of corruption that she has been facilitating. Because if we are to talk about what she said about using jurors prior to the last case, using tainted jurors before, you have to call into question how many young people, ask the question how many young people are in prison. We know that many are in there innocently, but how many are in there because of her and her tainted jurors? You see? And the case is in front of her that she can prosecute. She's not prosecuting. Why? Because of who they are and the positions that they hold. But if it's a DJ or a poor person, she shows them no mercy, and they have no recourse whatsoever more than to go and do their time in the dungeons that they call prisons and come back out worse than they went in.
I'm just going back door. And this a matter of fact, me know show Ligel now. Look what Ligel say so. So what Ligel I say right so I'm gonna play this.
Madam Speaker, I want to humbly tell Protégé that this government of Prime Minister Holness listens and we hear you. Madam Speaker, to tell Protégé that with this government, reggae music will play in Kingston 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
All right, so let me tell you this. I'll be around 40 radio station. Reggae play in Kingston 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, sir. That no when does not make no sense. And if we matter about Jamel, they are St. Catherine, by the way. Our Portmore. Saying, they're in Kingston. To that. So I'll be a mistake you make with them talk, That means you have to listen to them, Don't the radio play reggae, you have reggae radio FM and thing them play 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you have a radio station that play comment. So reggae and people play it in them car every day. So in Kingston, you have regular play, but we are talking about for keep back with show and keep back with thing. And Jamel and a film bird thing that. So when I try to do sketch artists, but it's not gonna work. Because
he's curry in favor.
Prime Minister. Fair walk and wake up people 2 o'clock. He might keep something there, so. But you know what hurt me? Calypso and ours. But them chew them up so them love the face, them Calypso sit there can walk naked. And you're in black half road and you keep it from morning till night and everything. Them get the benefit of everything. But you can't do that with a reggae show. You can march through with banner play, with sound play, pam thing, and then you go keep the final part of this. Them not allow that. People never make this change. We can't
But look at the thing. Look at this way. Look at this way. Who goes to reggae shows? Mostly poor people.
Yes.
Who goes to carnival?
Them.
Uptown people.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you see where it comes in. So you know, it is sad to say that reggae music, which is one of Jamaica's greatest exports, is being treated that way. They only talk about reggae music when when they're trying to curry favor or it suits them. It suits them to do so. And it's a vote buying thing. How can we coach what we're saying? So people can think that we are with them when you're not with them, because when your sound system keep a lot of people out of trouble.
Of course.
Keeping a dance, someone can keep his dance and make money. He employs a few young people to come and help put on the dance. People go and cook outside of the dance and sell them food. So it is a way of keeping people out of trouble. But when you shut down people dance, what do you think you're doing to the people? It is a way for them to unwind, just relax from the everyday hustle and bustle of society and not making a life. It's a way for them to make a living. So you cannot just arbitrarily just shut down a dance because you feel so well. I have nothing against the Noise Abatement Act. However, you cannot just walk around and shut down dances as they have been doing for quite a while now. And then when it suits them, they come out and say, Protege or whomever they want to big up and say, oh yes, reggae music will be playing 24/7, 365. That is nonsense. It has always been played. So I don't see how, him saying it in Parliament really means nothing.
But Maria and Wayne, if you notice what he did, is that segregation thing, the guy just pull off, Remember, Popcorn keep him show down a place there, And then this youth and turn off the youth show, Remember, say Protege, them a kind of uptown youth, The man choose the name why I'm using, brother.
Yeah.
You have to watch what they go on right there, so, You understand what I say? So Popcorn and nobody, But a Protege, because Protege them come from up here, so.
No,
man, go use Protege.
So Popcorn go around market. Me tell you, so don't watch them. The Popcorn go around market, G.
Yes.
Oh, can you say if you talk up your mind? Or
yes.
I saw them labor people, You must go around market, G. Anybody go around market, G, then pick them off.
Yes, son.
Go around market, G. Let me get rid of him. Let me get rid of that man. Let me get rid of this. It never work. I mean, rather go around market, G, because I like people with morals. Me would never go around and do this.
Exactly.
If him not set it at about best, baby father, him have a farmer, me I don't get so when you look him take the place and turn a warehouse. Feather. Where you about first concubine. Then him have a next one that put him cry. And the bad one, I remember say JP, she should have lose that. And every time you have one will beat the man out of St. Thomas. Him turn constant now.
That's one.
I pair them kind of people. You have a next one where them say, I kill him, not well. In the come to the people and kill man and run well. When me look at him, then put her on. So pair these kind of little people around them, it will stop. Somebody sending this to me look a while, Boy, I tell you, them that from England, me get this, Yeah.
We ain't stop the light, Juliet, and table the report. Table it because you get it, it's sent over to your table it. Mr. Bramwell, who want to see?
Tell her we're sending it back. Tell her that we're sending it back for further investigation.
Me send it back to the AG.
Yes.
Me send it back to the AG. Me can't table it. It never send over right to me, So them send this. Me send it over back to the AG. Me depends on today. Me send it over back. Everybody, I'm a phone. I'm full opinions.
If we don't have it in black and white, when we cannot say anything about it.
Yeah. This.
I have to say it back, brother. Direction of duty.
Them I say, look here. I'm going to can't see it. Let me give them it. Because I don't want them. Because I not talk. When they can't see the face, I good. Look here. Them want to see that face. Look here.
Oh my God.
How this? Me never even know how this. Let me just look here. But then I use it. Look here.
Yeah, tell us we don't the tablets around here. And we also have to, but here's the thing, Wayne. Here's the thing, Wayne. Put fun and joke aside. Yeah, but here's the thing.
Send it back to the AG. Sorry,
Yeah, send it back to them.
The AG.
Yeah, but put fun and joke aside.
Yes.
Yeah, put fun and joke aside, Wayne. We have to be we also have to be mindful of his mother.
Yes.
And the message and the message that he's sending, you know. So
aye.
We're gonna leave that one alone.
Yes.
All right. When we touch back to the best baby father thing, and when he did it, and he's trying to be sarcastic with it. But the picture that he was sending is that I have no ideas. So any idea that I see the PMP barely send out, I am going to take it and use it. And I want Jamaican people to look on that. So your prime minister don't have any more ideas for you. Intel you know plain and straight say anything what me see the PMP have, me they go copy it and use it.
But that's what I do. So I'm get paid for be a but
here's the thing, and the truth, but that is a good thing. But nothing is wrong when you work in a bipartisan fashion. That is how a healthy economy works. But here is the problem. He does not give credit where credit is due.
That's it.
He takes it, right. He takes it. The only thing left for them to do, the truth is, the only thing left for them to do is to copy Mark Golding's name and copy Angela Brownberg's name and copy Julian Robinson's name. That's the only thing really left for them to do. Give credit where credit is due.
That's true.
Because Dr. Crabb came out and said that, and he was lambasting the Expungement Act that Mark Golding was the brainchild of Mark Golding, and he was saying because of them they could, and it wasn't true. Then you have Nigel Clark come and he's now going to do the, take away the guarantors for student loans and all that. Give credit where credit is due, because it is one country. If you work in a bipartisan fashion, nothing is wrong with that. But when you sit there and you behave as though, you know, they don't have any ideas and they're running it, and don't let them touch the economy when they are the ones who fix the economy in the first place. Give them the credit for doing so. Give them the credit, and then we can say have that conversation.
On the economy.
Yeah,
and look now, we don't know 1.7 trillion there, you know.
Exactly.
They have market me money, me don't know what the woman do. You ever say advertisement with market me? What them do for that 80 million there? What them do for it?
It was a failure, right? They claim it worked, but who?
No, what work we have not to. If you have me and you marry and aromatic, we don't have no food to eat. We live in a ghetto, we don't have nothing to eat. We have to us and do things. What work? What work? Which work? It could work into big man them because them have the watch, them have them food. I bet you take that money and spend it at the ghetto and put in at something where it can work for the people them.
Exactly.
But it never work.
Yeah.
You
understand? Chop the money chop, because you have some man that coming like when some man, you know, certain thing turn some man in a fool, you know. But taxpayers' money not supposed to cover no bill. You have some people have closed bill, and some have house bill, and some have other bills. You can't take taxpayers' money and pay other bills, you know. Use your money pay a bill, but not taxpayers' money. It's not supposed to pay them bill there. You understand? It's wrong. It's wrong. You're not supposed to pay these bills. Some of us want to know people, I'm Jamaican people. No, we have some Jamaican up here. We have people all over the world. But tell me something. Who never say advertisement with market me, tell me how it work. How it work.
And that is the problem you're having where you know, when you hear that monies are being given. Right. When you hear that monies are being, you know, all kinds of donations are going to the country, and you hear that it is finished, and you don't, this is what it goes to. Because a friend just get up and decide that I'm going to start a business tomorrow and they create these businesses and funnel the money into these businesses, and it doesn't go to the people who need it. And it's a waste of taxpayers' money.
All right.
See,
Going on YouTube for me. I want to type in market me and say something come up. And something, see me just type market me and when me say, and when me answer.
It's saying, Wayne, that Market Me is a communications agency in Jamaica. Now, the program you're referring to is the campaign called Jamaica Moves, created to combat obesity and lifestyle-related illnesses in the country, right?
Jamaica Move it name.
Yeah, the campaign was supposed to educate, engage, and build supportive environments to reduce non-communicable diseases by 25% by next year, right? 2025, right? The agency's approach is not about delivering results, but also about creating meaningful partnerships and collaborations that can make long-lasting positive impact on the community. But the problem is, which community are they talking about?
But let me show you something again. Uncle Jamaica Move, me see, because you must see, if you have an advertisement, you see it. So, I put in Jamaica Move and now some youth, me see a dance, and none of that, and not about Market Me. See that?
Could it be a copy of Michelle Obama's Let's Move?
Me no know. This I
Copy
do
paste.
I do some.
No, but you said just move. I'm remember Sir Herb, she had the Let's Move, but that was well funded. It really did what it was supposed to do because money was put into the areas to facilitate the success that they were looking for.
Well, Market Me. Let me see something with Market Me. Let me just put out something here with Market Me. What on there? Market Me. See what me I saw. Market Me. Put up this. What on there?
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. Here's
all right, so I find something Market Me. All right. Market Me. Let me see what them said Market Me. I'm going to this alone, I know about Market Me, people. This alone, I know about Market Me.
This week in Jamaica Now.
That's none of your business. And I would prefer you stick to questions around the operations of the ministry.
Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton rages at query about cheating as Market Me contract entanglement swirls. Major debate
about cheating. Are them man about this what going on, some man? Cheating? Yeah.
offensive on Thursday evening as a reporter sought to ask him about a personal relationship. Health Ministry officials were responding to questions about a multi-million-dollar public relations contract to the firm Market Me when the reporter posed the question.
This one is for the minister. You were saying a while ago, Minister Tufton, that you really, appreciate the work that Market Me does and did. I think the question that Edmund wanted to ask was maybe not answered thoroughly. So I would just want to ask it more directly. Did you cheat on your wife with any of the princes?
You see him say, oh my God, just read him lip. Yeah, him. Oh, but no. But him a public figure, but yeah, this
Edmund wanted to ask was maybe not answered thoroughly. So I would just want to ask it more directly. Did you cheat on your wife with any of the princes?
No, Minister. Hold on. No, let me answer. Minister. Let me respond. First of all, that's none of your business. And I would prefer you stick to questions around the operations of the ministry. And just as I leave you to your private life, I'd like you to allow me mine. Thank you very much.
I know I'm not a private life. Yes, no, this one.
No, but it's not a private life.
This is remember the health minister, this right?
Yeah.
Remember, remember I'm on the hospital and thing, you see, how can I think gonorrhea, syphilis, people there, syphilis, how can I think come in? How can I transmit disease? How can I, STI? And the man I can tell you, I live a life. I said that is not, I am private life. Can't be a private life.
Right.
You have to set example, brother.
Well,
which government minister could have said this? The one in the UK. Them put in a thing and catch him and when him Hancock, him get fired. Him and them secretary. Him have removed. How can I think happen to these people? The man is saying private life. Or if you have private life and you're a government minister, health minister, that. Brother, you have to set example. You have to live by example. You hear this? And I know me not see nothing with market me, by the way, you know. Me not see it on TV and nowhere at all. That's why me ask you now if you never say anything with market me. It doesn't like a 9-day one day you wanna love it. $80 million that. Wanna crazy? That pay a bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's not a private affair when he's taking taxpayers' money to pay his girlfriend.
That's it.
Well, not only that,
do that. Yes,
you cannot have a competitive program where you're supposed to have competitive bidding or people to come in and to do a good job for the government and for the communities, and tell them that that's a private affair and you're sleeping with the person who wins the contract. That's not being competitive. That's a selfishness and the same arrogance that the prime minister is operating with. So it transverses the entire cabinet. So much arrogance. Yeah.
Right, and the thing is, she doesn't have the work doesn't have to be done because she's sleeping with the boss. I mean, she gets to pay, get a check. So who cares if the work is being done? And on top of that, a Let's Move program that they're introducing. First of all, the people need to have the money to buy the food. That's the first
people
thing.
don't have it. Yeah.
And they don't have it. They don't have an obesity problem because they are lazy. They have an obesity problem because they don't have the jobs to buy the food to feed their children properly.
Right, this is a total disgrace, though.
But look what happened to
people follow you when you set an example aromatic. You're a married man, you say none of your business. And my private life, there is no private life for your minister.
Your government.
You do it affect the people them. So we see a backward and say yes. And the minister that, and then you get a gun away, we see I get injection and say yes, we can't do him because I'm the minister. It look good. Yeah. And you catch HIV, we say the minister, you know, and you catch HIV because that look good.
Can never. Look what happened to Cuomo. You know Cuomo, the governor of New York, right?
New York, right.
Them accusing.
And him step down.
Accusations, and he had
and him clear.
Because them not playing a brother.
No.
You find your name going at them bangarang, the brother, you're gone.
Look at what happened to Trump. You don't forget.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
And him losing all his billions now.
Everything. Man have some $500 million and more come. Yeah?
You understand? But these guys go on like say them untouchable, and so long you're working for taxpayers, cause you know we slave, you know. And we pay, you know. And you are dealing with taxpayers. You understand? And you are asked a question from a journalist, and you go tell a journalist, what kind of private business? Brother, there is no private business while working for taxpayers. We have our right to ask any question.
He's using taxpayers' money to pay his girlfriend.
Yep.
Seriously. It wasn't put for a bid.
Remember, people have light bill and them have a bill too, you know. I don't know the bill what them call the bill, but it's a bill that. A bill the big door. Millions.
Yeah, but it wasn't like it was put for an open bid, as Herb was saying. So no, it was just handed to her on a silver platter. Who says she's qualified for the job?
That's why you don't hear anything about the program, because there was very little promotion, and as a matter of fact, this is the diaspora. I'm sure nobody in the diaspora knew anything about it, right? To help promote the program if they had to. If it was that good, if it was going to help people lead better and healthier lives, you'd want to get in on a program like that.
But and America, Canada, UK, we are talking about Jamaica now. The one them up to serve it. So you gotta do a program like this and spend 85 million to tell poor people to eat better when they have nothing to eat in the first place. Some people, remember, 2 million people can't find food. Them can't, in Maria, 2 million people in Jamaica can't find proper meal. per day. 2 million. Hungry
That's the latest. Those are the figures from the latest UN report.
Yes.
So you're going to do a let's move and tell them to be healthy and a better quality of life and lifestyle changes in terms of their eating habits. But how are they going to do so when 2 million of them don't have the wherewithal to eat a proper meal, not even one for the day? So that's a project that he basically took the pearls and threw to the swine.
Yep.
Next thing, me I tell them again. You're supposed to, can I remember if you advertise something that me either put it on TV or you put it on your YouTube and with
man, all over.
So
all over the place.
One, not even one I eat that me just took feet, you know. When put it on it, you know, camera bone, you know. I'm gonna see the timestamp when I put it on it because I know today when me say it, you know. Me say this. Remember I record, you know. So me see it tomorrow or next month, me know I just put it up. So I only that reach the people and it up there. We not it never run on TV or nothing like that neither, you know. Where the money there. So if you come put it on YouTube now, go build something and put it in a accuse you of this, you know.
But what was Market Me's? No, well, maybe Wayne Herb would have an idea. What was Market Me's target audience, Herb? Apart from obesity and all of that.
No, because I'm for the people them, but the people them don't have no food, man. Remember, uptown people them yes. So I target the masses in Jamaica. Me I tell you. But can you remember them you want to target? You couldn't target the rich man where him do exercise and want to where him can go film doctor. You want to target the massive in the country. But you know where earth, for them kids have to go through traffic because them don't have no food to eat. So if you drink water, you know want use Market Me. Every time you stop drink water like you want, every dead faster. Yeah? Water not gonna put on no weight for me. I don't have no food to eat. Them can't buy food.
No, but here's the thing. Why ask what is the target? What is your target audience? Because you have to have a breakdown of that program to suit various target groups, right? So it has to be a smaller breakdown. So if you didn't have that smaller breakdown, it makes no sense because you have obese children, you have obese parents.
That's it.
You know. So how was each group targeted and what was the program?
And the best way to target these people, you couldn't go at them yard, go knock them door. You'd have to put it on TV and radio, and that them can't go around.
No, but what about the schools? What about the schools? What about the obese? Yeah, but what about the obese? Okay.
So
what about the obese children in schools?
My sister, at the first thing, remember, you know, and I like tough to come that kid and say, you have to exercise. We don't need you to tell me if you exercise neither.
But you see the point I'm trying to get at, Wayne, is this. If there's a serious program, if there's a program meant to do well for the people, it would have been in the schools, first of all, because you have obese children in the schools.
Yes.
And so they would have a... Go ahead. Yes,
and as you say, it would have a breakdown, targeting, specific. And the next thing about it, again, if you are promoting healthy lifestyle, then a few months after me see you let in Krispy Kreme in Jamaica.
Oh.
Or are you promoting this lifestyle and then you're bringing in sugar and oil in Jamaica?
With a country within a country that has a high obesity rate, high hypertension, diabetes, kidney problems, and all of that. So and
you know why them, you know why they have to eat healthy. Oh, only thing the people them can't eat at them right, them staple meal of rice and for starch.
And who said the rice is healthy?
Starch, sugar, and salt. It are hypertension and these things. So you also market me, but wait, what them gonna eat? Them have nothing else to eat.
Which is right. Beer starch, bread.
You know, have nothing balance. You know, have no balance.
No balance.
If them tell us the amount of salt is supposed to eat like when a 2 slices of bread. When you eat bread, you eat bun, you eat. No one eat having
everything.
Salt.
And sugar.
This are the salt you're supposed to eat like in a 2 slices of bread. Everything where you buy, where you eat like that starch. So you gone overboard.
So then, basically, there's no. What are the results of that project?
They don't talk to me because of 9 Day Wonder, man.
Look, when I look at the company, Market Me, I look at the people. These are young people. So I don't know how or what kind of program they created to reach the majority of Jamaicans.
But hold on again, Herb. Who have a rice mill now? You talk about market me and healthy eating. Who own a rice mill? Me just call it rice mill. I import rice, I sell it.
And shares in a funeral parlor.
All right.
Yeah.
So who have these? All right. So the rice mill that I mash up and cheers.
They're bringing the donut people to kill us off. Is that what you're saying?
And
then they get the business. And then they get the business, Sir Herb.
There you go. And you're gonna have all this hospitalization that the ministry have to take care of before you pass on. Maybe that's why them don't buy no beds.
It's just one straight ride, Sir Herb. Just bypass the hospital.
Right, Maria. The ride of your life, the end of your life.
So you're better off to them dead.
Yeah, I'm mad people these, but what can I tell you?
But honestly, you know, I'm thinking about their Just Move and Let's Move, because I remember doing an article years ago about the Michelle Obama's Just Move in the magazine.
Yeah.
And it was broken down into different categories, targeting different age groups.
Yeah.
And different people were brought in to facilitate the program. Because I remember this Jamie Oliver was one of the chefs who was brought in to do healthy meals for children in schools. So when they went to school, they changed up the lunch menu to make it healthier, to facilitate the program. Right? So Market Me's Let's Move or Just Move sounds similar to that, but only in name, but not in practice.
Yeah.
And in execution, because how is it working? And that, you know, it would be good to get if Minister Tufton would come back on the program so we can ask him how is the Just Move program working out? Who is the target? You know, the target audience. You know who did they target, and how is it? What are the benefits that each target group have received since this program was implemented?
Look on this now. When I go too far, but why them people name always a call up now? So Robert Chin, Member of Parliament, Manchester South Division, Southern Division.
Yeah.
Being asked to attend the office of the Integrity Commission by March 27th. Commission has made several attempts to contact Mr. Robert Chin without success. Now, Andrew, all your people them name always a call up and all kind of things, man. You know, go Parliament. No, we hear him apologize. Must apologize to them. I don't know how. See me and see him face, you know. You know, people have put him out. I know they want to him, but I him that. Let's see. You know them have put him out. Eh? Well, Andrew, may I tell you one?
Oh my God.
Them some project caution. Hey, they're not easy, no look here. Approach with extreme caution. Who want him? Eh? No, sir. Eh?
You must have the Integrity Commission when really get the opportunity to do their work. By the time the next election call, more than 3/4 of the party gone doing. That's the amount of corruption what the man them in.
I mean, I tell you, when them say approach with caution, you know.
It's a shame, man.
I say when they can read down at the bottom, I say we can try to talk back.
Robert Chin.
No, me want they have a meal. What that? Mole and left eyebrow, JLP, brown eyes. They want to get a description. Sister, they want to get a description. Look here. Male, mole and left eyebrow, JLP, brown eyes. Look here. Them say mole and left eyebrow. Approach with extreme caution. Wanted Robert Chin. He said, you know, send some apology there. But them I look fear and you just go in. Just go in. Yeah, they need to go in. Them foolishness to stop. Oh, so something that's coming just now. Let me see this. Something that's coming just now, you know. Some man get shot. Five person get shot.
Where is this?
Wow.
85 lane. The south part where it's road, half of this road. 85 half them say half Walton Park. 85 lane up. 85 lane up half Walton Park, half Reynolds Road.
No, I know 100 lane is.
No, 85 alright, but it be front 100 lane, so then you have Reynolds Mall. The road will go so go over Avondale. Then you have 85 lane this over there, so where Exodus should have. Unless the next 85 lane is the next one. No, you have 85 lane half Walton for two.
Is
you have 85
Lines Road.
Yeah, man, you have 85 down there too. See that? 5 them say.
Sad.
Yeah, you have a 85 community. You have a 85 down there. Yeah, man, Bartown. Yeah, man. 5. That me tell you, say, when you think get up, you know. You understand? Yeah. But we keep
there has to be a better way. There has to be a better way for young people to. There has to be a better way for young people to communicate with one another. They cannot be so angry towards each other. Who are they harming? Their own community people. You know, it is sad. It is so sad. But Herbie just placed something in the private chat about Market Me, and I was looking at some of the areas that they were covering. But the one that stuck out to me was to eat healthy. How are they going to do so?
You know, when you have 2 million people that cannot afford the right kind of meal, they should have had a farming, something about farming and growing the right foods.
Exactly.
Right? To be able to achieve that. But you know, I mean, like when you look at this company look like they are a bunch of yuppies catering to other yuppies. You know, there's nothing about them that tells me they're gonna cater to underserved communities, or they're gonna address people who can't afford to eat right.
Exactly, but they need the skill set, Sir Herb.
Right. Absolutely.
And to put in the programs that they're talking about, they have to bring in the people with the skills necessary to do so. But also, they have to. The people need to have the jobs to buy the food.
Yep.
You can't eat healthy if you're not working. And I mean, do they see these reports that come out about the health situation facing Jamaica right now, the healthcare crisis? So how can you talk about? Oh, they're saying to go to the doctor and to check their numbers. Of course, it is important to know your numbers. You need to know your A1C to know if you're diabetic. You need to know your high blood pressure number. You need to, even in Jamaica, they need to know whether or not they have vitamin D deficiency. They need to know those numbers. But how can they know those numbers? Which hospitals are they going to go to know those numbers? Do they have the money to go to private doctors? You're not going to get through.
And then you go private doctor. That's going to a doctor office.
They don't have the money to go to private doctor. But they don't have the money to go to a private doctor to get that vital information. And when they get the information, how do they follow up? Say, for example, their A1C is off the chart and now they're found to have diabetes. What do they do then? So the infrastructure is not in place to facilitate what they're talking about on paper. But it looks good on paper, but in practice, it doesn't make any sense because there's the infrastructure is not there to facilitate it. So they need to, and $85 million was spent. So you see how they waste money? Why did they not invest that money in communities to facilitate the people who need it? Put it into the hospitals and to buy beds. Instead of giving it to a company just to come up to write something on a piece of paper that they know cannot be put into practice.
Yep.
Samaria. Yes, sir. Samaria. If the health minister so concerned for healthy eating, health awareness, what you think you invest money in a rice mill?
No, you wouldn't be importing rice, and you wouldn't be spending more money on imported raw foods. you'll be investing in farming.
Yep.
Because when you do that and you do invest in the local farmers, because then you'd put the GCT on the imported goods and take it off the local goods. So you give the farmers the incentive. So people can afford to go and buy their carrots and their cabbage and their oranges. But you cannot be talking about healthy eating when the infrastructure is not in place. The healthcare system is broken. The Ministry of Agriculture is not working for the people. It's working for the people who are importing raw food. So how can they really, say that they're talking about just move and healthy eating and healthy lifestyle when the people cannot do it? They don't have the jobs to do that. They don't have the infrastructure to maintain that. Stop the rubbish, man.
That's garbage. That's straight garbage.
It is garbage, but it's a lot of money to give away to people who don't know what they're doing.
But more asked of, all them that attack Azan. Yeah, for 3 shop when they use no money and it's a dark day, but this a taxpayers' money, 85 million. Then you have Agintai, the 600 million bushing thing and the money that. Then you have the car with him. Then the 400 million again from the AAJ, when you first rock, nothing. Then them say them go up there, so when them control when them sell the license, the carriage thing up there, so when them get license, transport authority.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Be an arms house run up there, so when them sell how much you want license? 600,000? 600,000 for your bus, right? 100 and 200,000 for 150, 200,000 for taxi. Yeah, carriage license, right? Billions of dollars make up this. Then you send them down a country there, so down the aluminum, I think they more money again. Nobody got prison. And
but nobody's asking any questions, Wayne.
Hey, Andrew, when this administration corrupted bad still,
It's very corrupt. It's very corrupt.
Corrupted, man. And the man now, he had the cleanest. Man, that's sick. But the least corrupt. Hey, him sick in already, say, a baby chump.
Yeah, man.
Baby chump,
Behave like other guy, there, man. You know what I mean?
Baby chump.
Yeah, which is right. But I hope you look and see what they go on with Chump.
Chump up here, bag money, I do all kind of things, man.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that patience that people showing is running out.
It's running out.
That is it.
Rally. Yeah. Showed a rally and only must about 10 or 20 people were out there. And they couldn't believe it.
That is it.
People are sick and tired of them shenanigans.
Yeah. But something, Sir Herb, when he's talking about how corrupt Andrew Holness' administration is, people in the diaspora spend more time holding them accountable than people on the ground in Jamaica. Where's the JFJ, the PSOJ, the media, the churches, all of these people who they're ready to pounce on Mark Golding and any member of the People's National Party for the simplest of things. They're ready to pounce because Babs was ready to come and talk about gender. Oh, this is how can you're speaking against this woman and she's a woman, right? And this in her own party, where the corruption is rife. People are suffering because of the corruption, and no person can stand up and say, let's do an investigation. Where's the DPP? All you can hear is, look at Beverly Regional Hospital. 21 billion is going to cost.
Yeah.
Right, 21.4 billion. Where's the investigation to find out, one, have they interviewed the contractor, the person who has the contract to build the hospital, and to find out why there have been these cost overruns? And where's the auditing? Right, where's the audit that was done? Yeah, but where's the audit that was done to ascertain where the money has been spent, while your hospital is yet to be completed? We don't see those things happening. So no wonder they can just do anything they want to do because they know nobody's going to hold them accountable. I was reading an article earlier. 1 minute there, Wayne. I was reading an article earlier that Fantastic 5 sent me. I think she sent it to you, Wayne. about the Roosevelt Road apartments that phase 2 cannot be completed. So you see how money is just being wasted, and nobody is being held accountable. So it just goes on and on and on. And it's like, who nobody cares. And the people suffer. And they go to parliament and they make this big speech. We are going to do this. And no, tell me what it is that you have done and if you have implemented right now that is benefiting the people. And do not tell me about digitization of any hospital records because that is rubbish. Put the files in a filing cabinet, make it waterproof and fireproof, but put beds in the hospitals.
Put machine in the hospital, put
CT
medication in the
scans and
hospital.
MRI machines.
And you know what them do, Maria? Them have either said Google that kiss him ring. You can't kiss any farmer. You cannot kiss the man wife and them kids. Them you don't do that. You don't do that. Remember the man married, the man have 5 pair of twins, and 2 wife and a palmer, and them born on the same date, I want to go kiss on the palmer, I want to have no respect. You can't do that. You kiss him and you can't do that. And I say about him buy, when them say buy over 1,000 car, when? And I feel him job that man. You understand?
Sir Herb, you were just saying the people ain't having it no more patience. And they are in serious trouble. They are in serious trouble and they use their national message to run on the local government.
Yep.
The roads, the economy, cutting a ribbon, and all of those things. They use that to run the local government campaign. It did not get them anywhere. Now, in 15 months, they have to turn around and use back that same message that just get rejected to run their general. They're in serious trouble.
Because they have done nothing new to tell the people.
Nothing new to tell the people. How are they going to spin it around?
Because they started by 4.5 hours of promises in Parliament. And people have heard that before. Look, you had 7 years of promises.
They got 8. Because the 8 done already, Herb.
So the 8th one now that you're making, how you expect it's gonna turn on a dime overnight? It can't.
He asked for 3 more Herb. Him said 3 more to trickle down. I know him not do trickle down economics. Let me ask, incredible, think the Fantastic Five. Fantastic Five, what one?
No, what?
All right, it's Maria there.
Fantastic Five.
Yeah, all right, so hear this now. With Holness the other day when I talk about best baby father and theme thing that we talk theme speech with theme long old speech. How you find it?
I find it very disrespectful to have your wife sitting there as the Speaker of the House and then say you're the best baby father. I mean, it's very, very low and disrespectful. And not only that, I mean, what type of example are you setting for young men? So it is okay to be a married man or to sleep around and just have babies thrown all over the place. I mean, it's utterly disrespectful, and not only in Jamaica, but around the world. I mean, people are hearing you, and you're talking about best baby father. What type of prime minister is this? I mean, who does that?
Andrew. She said, who does that? Me tell her, Andrew, Maria. And then, tough tongue, you do the same thing. Kind of tell us, mind your own business and private life. Come out of it. Tough tongue. Them people are their face, man. I know, Federer do it too, Federer do it too, man. Yeah.
I mean, they're the lowest set of politicians I've ever seen, I've ever come across. I don't think this type of behavior even take place in Africa. I don't think people go in parliament in Africa and behave the way how Andrew Holness and his cabinet members behaved. Look how they behaved when Mark was giving his speech. I mean, that's, you know, there's no word to describe those people and that type of behavior. And it's full-time Jamaicans, wake up and do something and vote out these people. We can't have these people as our leaders. We just can't. We just can't. You know, they need to step aside. Step aside. And if you want to be the best baby father, get out of parliament and go be the best baby father. But step aside.
Plain and simple.
What do you say? He must lift up out of parliament and go be the best baby father.
But don't go in parliament and they talk, because they didn't vote for you to be the best baby father. They voted for you to be the best leader.
That's it.
And to make changes and to do things to make their life
better.
But Fantastic Five, speaking as women, we feel more for his wife.
It was so disrespectful.
Because of how he disrespected her. And we might have policy differences with her, but we have to support her on this and say what he did to her was demeaning, degrading, and that is what Babs the Grain should come out and talk about and say, no, we cannot have you speak this way in Parliament because your wife is sitting there as a speaker. How do you expect her to feel? So I am team Juliet on this one.
So tell me something now. When you wipe off him out, Fantastic Five and Maria, as woman, when she kiss him, and next big stage that she depend and she kiss him, and I see him take thing like him as two, I wipe off him out and put in back pocket. Oh, that you could have
that was another insulting thing too.
That feel.
That was insulting. That was insulting because if that was if that was my husband, he did that to me. No. We'd have problems also. Right now we'd still be having problems. Because you don't do that. No, you don't do that. You be apologizing in public every day until I say stop.
You know, Maria, Wayne, and Sir Herb and
Aromatic.
You know, one of our brightest. May his soul rest in peace. You remember he said a butter in a Benz will always be
Sir Rex Nesaford. Yeah. But in a Benz
always an act then, ma'am.
Well, hey, a butter in a Benz will always be a butter. You can take the man out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of him.
Well, I can hear a Fantastic Five. So Agging is always an Ag.
Always.
All right, thanks, ma'am.
All right, guys. I have to go.
All right, we'll take care later.
Greetings. We'll talk later. Fantastic Five.
All right, blessing.
Yeah. No, it is true. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is.
The unfortunate part is if you get Holness out of Parliament to be a baby father, he's going to add to the woes of the country, right?
Yes.
And the problem is if he stays there, he's not doing anything
to
encourage people to overcome those woes, right?
Exactly.
He's glorifying the title, baby father. So maybe
I'm going to do him work when I'm the best. If I'm the best, go and go do your baby father work. Just make sure them not carry them start carry your family coat and look bad enough. So just go and go do your thing, man. You understand? But not do that, man. The embarrassment thing and do them. No, sir. And about this price for the ladies. So I'm show it up more and more, you know. This price for the ladies, all you men out there, you know. Yeah, keep away.
There is a better way. There is a better way for him to present himself. You know, come out and even hold a second. Even when he came back to Parliament on Thursday, didn't make an apology to an opposition leader. Didn't apologize to the people of Jamaica, but he just referred to his wife as Juliet. You know what I'm saying? That just drab and dry and no. My wife, you know, put some little spice in it. You know, make it yeah, if you feel that way about her so much so you had to walk out of Parliament because you felt that she was being disrespected, even though she was not, so you had to front and and create a distraction. Then let us see it on full display. I didn't see that on full display. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who felt that way.
Right, bad.
But when as the best baby dad for Jamaica, as he said, but you give them a raise and give them 2,000. Then I go suffer for malnutrition, man.
You can't take it back in the taxes, so them not really get the raise.
Take it back in the taxes.
Gone. Remember, gas every week, Food, remember, when the gas, people, remember telling us something. When gas go up every week, like days by days, go up. Remember the man, them are put it on the food and everything because it's have to transport the goods and everything. Automatically, the thing, them, that's why it go pound and you go supermarket this week. By a couple of days, something gone up by the next. Gone up. It a continue climb. When the gas, everything even drop, them don't drop it. And when it starts again, them rise it again.
Not dropping at Jamaica, brother.
Yeah. So wait, it hurts you more. But the more it rises, the more them collect tax off.
Yeah.
But do you realize that, as you said that way, when inflation increases, the corporations in Jamaica make more money?
Yes.
The corporation, they make more money and they make the money.
Yeah. So the people are squeezed because they're the ones who have to pay that extra couple cents and dollars on their bun, their bull, and their tin mackerel and whatever. While, Grace Kennedy and those companies are raking in billions of dollars in profit.
Man.
They've gone over 150 billion the other day, but like 160. Remember 2019, them 98 billion profit. Profit, that after everything, profit. And them get 500 million waivers from the government. Them don't need the waivers, Them should give people in diaspora waivers when we're sending the barrel that we can feed the people, them and the better off the government. Them not smart, Them put red tape and block it. You see when Nigel talk, hear him, we just start to think about bureaucrats and that, because when him talk these things, because him not take blame. And them not take blame. Notice how them talk, him telling when I talk, about your bureaucrats and you are the head now. So when you talk, people can get fire now, kind of thing. Don't come here with the trick. Stop your foolishness. But for hold them accountable, no to worry about it. Them need to stop.
That's true.
See?
Yeah, accountability starts now. And the thing is, when one minister of government is held accountable, then it will change the trajectory of the political directorate in Jamaica. But if it continues as business as usual, then nothing is going to change. Somebody has to be willing to step up to the plate. They need a DPP who will do his or her job, not just sit down there and be the mouthpiece and the lawyer for the government and cover up things and hide things and let the clock run out and things instead of prosecuting them in a timely fashion. She's part of the problem too. Because if she was doing her job and holding them to account, we wouldn't have what is happening at Beryllium Regional Hospital. We wouldn't have a $1.7 trillion that has been unaccounted for, and she's yet to launch any investigation, and she can, into why, these ministries are bleeding or hemorrhaging money.
Yep.
And nobody seems to care, because when they are hemorrhaging money, who feels it? The Ministry of Health. We talk about the Ministry of Health. No beds. You know why there are no beds there and no medication? Over $700 billion cannot be accounted for.
Billion.
Are you kidding me? And nobody has called the minister to books, and the permanent secretary and the minister of state and all those senior executives in the ministry. Nobody has called them before an investigation to find out why they are hemorrhaging so much money. And the hospitals are there in need of that kind of money and services. That's a joke. They can do the job. They can do it. But they're chosen not to do anything. But yet it was poor people that would, yes, dear.
megawatts, if you ask you the name of the hospital, which one of them? Down in Western Jamaica? She know it, man.
Beryllium Regional.
Yeah, man, she know it, man. I mean, I know the thing.
Megawatt.
Man, I take know it, man.
You know, say a Maria artist response for it, you know.
Yeah.
One way to aromatic.
Yeah, man. You think aromatic know what man, a Maria artist? DJ Rice, bad rice.
Megawatt.
Response it. Yeah, man.
Hey, you see, megawatt volt. Megawatt volt. Go on the ways, you know. Because megawatt volt. Megawatt is that trick, you know.
Yeah, man.
Aromatic. I need for you to leave my artist alone, yeah?
Yeah, you know.
I had fired him, you know, but this time I forgot to take him up and train him. He must be too good.
DJ Plastic Rice.
DJ Plastic Rice. Yeah, and he is the one who spent $85 million on a product to tell people that they must eat healthy. And he's bringing new plastic rice. They've got to be out of their mind.
Plastic rice. Just imagine that.
Yeah.
Notice, well, that's something, you know, I was going to wrap up. We're going to run 5 more minutes, you know. I remember when me get hungry, like, I can't be with my word again, come here, big mama.
And you can. And favorite brother not here, you know.
Yeah, but me a big mama, I can't even say it now, you know. Yeah, understand. But herb there, I see me, man. We're going some tea. I want some tea, you know. Come on, I want some tea, people. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But we make herb, you know you need a tea, no, not your herb.
Well, what can I tell you, man?
You see it, people.
He keep me going.
Yeah, I know.
Fired up. Yes.
Yeah, but herb and Marian and aromatic, you notice them a try for market G. Big mama they do it nothing, no, big mama. Because the Granny Subaru, them try for daytime. And you know,
yes.
Not go so them and the police and them up and start them and do not. Right? Up at the
headquarters.
Up at the headquarters.
Yeah.
They come out and talk about rape, you know. When we look at a sperm whale run out from broadcasting something that the president for one about that one the Milton something name. Yeah. Milton sperm whale. He run out, apologize, some blah, blah, blah. And when you look now at TVG and what have apologized to, because them never hear nothing.
Yeah, for real.
TVJ them come apologize to Dayton Campbell.
Yes.
Because them they don't know to them name and do all kind of little things.
Yes,
and that's bad. You understand?
Yes. Yeah.
It's bad. See?
It is.
And them go for mark when big stone about them chain. Big stone, you know.
Yes.
Big stone about them run out. When you look, they just throw up Babsy Grange. They say a motor run out, a motor. Let me tell you this. We can't be, because some man play some role where me not play now. See? Hypocritical.
That is it.
You can use Africa, put on the chain for where you make money. How much you do to Africa?
Yes, which is right.
To Africa.
It's right.
Some people live in Africa and make money, you know, through music and do them little thing. See? And then you come and say, so we have to just quiet them up and remind them. Look, Cougar run out, when we look at 2 youths, you have chain up. Remember, you do culture. Slavery is not our culture.
No, man.
Culture. That is evilness to humanity.
Yes, slavery is not culture.
Yeah, that's history.
Ministry of culture can run out and say, people are trying back, but it's a culture. Slavery is not a culture.
Slavery is a part of the history, but it's not the culture.
History.
Yeah,
it's a
history.
Part too.
With culture.
Well, so I remember it. The culture, like we don't that we listen to reggae music and eat rice and peas and live in our ghetto and thing. That part of our culture that.
Culture that.
You say a China man, you know, film culture, nyam 2 dog and nyam. That's why nyam have some meat.
Which is right. Film culture, reality.
Please,
reality
you better watch Winston Churchill, you know.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling her to watch Winston Churchill.
Oh. Yeah, man. When them eat off with that, because them eat up enough for a donkey, them, you know. And them have to get a dog, them have to protect we. You saying?
Well, I was going to ask you how many donkeys you think are left on the island. Because they were practicing donkeys.
I don't show none left, you know.
Well, no, we have, let me tell you, we have a jackass We're in the house now from St. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Do you remember him? Let me show you.
Yeah.
That one there.
That lady who got the donkey, better watch her donkey, you know.
The place. I'm gonna show him. What on there? Let me put donkey.
Right, the donkey is going up. They become a rare breed.
That's gourmet. That's gourmet meat, Sir Herb.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, Sita. Yeah, see, all right. I want to know what I use, man. Breed up back some donkey.
My donkey.
See me that one. All right, see that. All right, I'm gonna stop it. That one there, the green is a jackass. Now we can use him, man, and breed up back some of them donkey. That one is a donkey cup. So we have some Ginny. So I use the jackass here because the me say a good stud for for the Ginny then. So the jackass here, we're gonna use him and get back some donkey. See, but we have very few herb. Only the one there and the little one there and a couple more around the place. Me no know Chinese no nyame meat no.
You have to go give him some lamb pile, man. You have to go give him some lamb pile and stud him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
no, aromatic. Wayne already have him general lamb pile, you know. You cannot waste Wayne lamb pile.
Look for the one there, man. Look there.
You understand that I am his master.
No, you know, some Prime Minister out of that. You could buy a donkey or a lamb pile too, you know. You could have sent this to the woman, man. If she drop on him now, he will drop dead. Fix the road. This is how we keep this. Look here.
We'll do whatever I say.
Man, right now, listen. The donkey look like he might dress.
That donkey, no, but that donkey look young, you know.
Donkey could be this.
Look at him.
And stay by my side. I will take care of him, and he will take care of me.
You know, man, he will take care of me.
It's the thing that I ask for, prosperity, to help me, to ease the pressure that I bear every day when I go and I buy a bag of chicken feed. Would be able to live a little bit more for my children.
Today, we're going to present her with a brand new spray pan. If you know the chicken industry, one of the hardest areas comes when you have to do your plucking.
Hey, you know, long this, that's more than 20 years, you know. It's a state of the art
of your chicken, and as such, there are new innovations nowadays.
New innovation. I'm not even saying a new innovation. Look at new innovation now. And all them people fool some man. When the Jamaican from
do your plucking of your chicken, and as such, there are new innovations nowadays. Feathering machine, and we
feathering new innovation. Let me take him off. I don't want to eat my food.
Don't spread propaganda, you know, man.
That's more electricity. Wayne.
Of course.
Exactly.
I should have that. You have to learn the light too, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. But the donkey down there, they can take over 1,400 acre land and him now we can use him for who have them look at people if we have a genie. I don't want them pump up this. We'll send them down to St. Elizabeth. I think we'll go to on Saturday. Him work on Saturday. Yeah? Can them use it? Just go down there, they make it a jump. Yeah? Jump start. Yeah? From the jackass there. Because we all have donkey down there in the herb. Them yam them off.
Yeah.
But me I bet the Chinese, any Chinese catch him yam him. Make me know.
She better hide her donkey.
Yeah, man. We can't understand
She
people.
better time up real good.
I'm on her bedpost.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the bedpost is right.
But when you did not touch the previous attack that nationwide. Launch and Mark and have to apologize.
Oh yeah, because we attack. Let me just touch something there. You call her name, but we not call her name. Let me say, hold on. Yeah, Brooks. Have it, you know, yes. I think we play that. You attack more piece radio.
Yes, I'm Brooks.
Big Mama, fake radio. Big fake radio. Yeah, because them did run out. I think we played it yesterday, that's why I never played back.
Yeah, them apologize.
Foolishness and I for come and apologize.
Yeah.
Them love the foolishness. They love the garbage. It's not the first. We hear Big Mama, we hear this. Run out, come say. You know, both them here about rape, and when you look them have to draw back in them shell. Them have to draw back in them shell. It's bad. You understand? Them realize
but the media need to get back to good journalism and be unbiased in their reporting. If you are going to come out against a wrong by one party, when another party does it, you must do the same thing. You have to be unbiased across the board. It cannot be selective. And their selective outrage is getting on my nerve. And the conflating of the issues too. Because I saw somebody yesterday who was just off the train, batshit crazy with some, and I'm like, we need to stop conflating the issues. And one cannot be so die-hearted that you cannot make a decision about right and wrong. You have to remove the die-hearted from it. And don't come and be asking the same question over and over. Did she send the report? She did not. She got the report. She didn't table them. How much more must that be explained? You understand me? And stop behaving like Mark Golding. Stop behaving like Mark Golding did something wrong. He did nothing wrong. He is saying, as a matter of fact, yes, and as a matter of fact, Mark Golding is giving voice to the voiceless, because what he said is what many people have been saying, but they don't get the opportunity to say. So 5 months ago, something happened. He just got the platform on which he now has the opportunity to speak to the Jamaican people. Exactly. And he has the bully pulpit. As when he's making his budget presentation is his bully pulpit to voice all these concerns.
That's it.
So don't
people
talk about why didn't say it last year and this. No. This is the right time. This is the perfect time for him to say it, where he can reach the masses and say to the people, I am saying to you what is being said. I have my own concerns about it, but I'm not alone in my feelings about the whole thing. This is troubling in more ways than one. And if the government was serious, they would take what he says to heart and be serious about making the necessary changes to not, make things seem like everything is just, inappropriate behavior, skullduggery, dishonesty, corruption everywhere. I mean, come on. It is bad enough that she has this $800 million millstone around her neck to deal with, that people are questioning. And when we talk aromatic earlier, talk about the elections, but not only are people disgruntled and no longer buying into their lives, you have a prime minister who is yet to have his statutory declarations verified. 2 years going on 3 years now. That is concerning. Yes, exactly. So people are asking those questions. Why should we trust you? You have a government who last year they said 6 government ministers are under investigation for illicit enrichment. Nobody knows who those people are. I'm quite sure the people who they are investigating know that they are being investigated. And are you saying now that the Jamaican people must still get up and vote for this prime minister who has a problem with integrity? Okay, he talks about integrity. And these Jamaican people must now get up and still vote for these members of parliament, government ministers who are just busy enriching themselves. So what that is not any way for anybody to vote for people. No wonder there's such high level of voter apathy, because they're not being fair with the people. They're not being honest with the people. They're not being forthright. Everything is being swept under the carpet. And we see them in parliament every day thumping their desks and beating their chests and behaving like a hoodlum. Queenie, she can just live up her frack and show her sleep anytime she wants, and nobody can say anything to her.
And people are defending them.
And people are defending them.
You're just a Queenie, but find Queenie because Queenie, yeah man, I wanna mash him up.
I was watching the program yesterday and I just left.
I was because you cannot be so die-hearted that the truth is in front of your face. And you cannot defend the defenseless. You cannot defend that.
I'm just
the indefensible, you cannot defend the indefensible. I mean, come on now. It's ridiculous. And behaving like you're a damn fool.
Yeah. You know, the way of aromatics tea, I'm not gonna make some bossy slave come with some little articulate things, trying to deny the facts. That's why I listen alone. Some I watch a Herb and I watch a Maria because I'm gaining, open up my knowledge to the reality of what is taking place. So when you gonna use my platform to push a different narrative, bro, me now work with it, bro. You not gonna confuse me people them because me see what I'm up to already. You can't defend the undefensible, my youth.
It is disingenuous to do that. It is disingenuous to see the facts in front of you
so.
and come out and behave like, oh, well, nothing to see here. Yes, there's a lot to see there. That's why we're talking. So don't come and confuse and conflate and try to make the people who are saying these things look like they're fools. No, they're not. Oh, what report are you talking about? How dumb can you be? The report that is in front of your face. And the thing is, Rattigan was reading the thing, and I'm like, Jesus, peace. We have to be better as people.
Yes.
We have to be better.
Have to.
And you cannot sit down and condone bad behavior and justify bad behavior because people are dying because of it. His belly is full. That's understandable. No hard feelings there. But what about the thousands who are going hungry? And if the right thing is being done in Parliament, their lives could be a little better.
Yes.
We
I want to say something
about what we're
about you, Herb, Wayne, Rattigan, Mystic, Carlos, and a whole heap of others, myself. And I want us to step back. Just step back for a minute and look, if it wasn't for these platforms, what Jamaica would be like.
I've always said that. I've always said to Rattigan, my brother Rattigan, I've always said to Wayne that their platforms on a Saturday and a Sunday is the Achilles heel of the Jamaican government.
Yes, ma'am.
If they could get Rattigan to shut up, and if they could get especially Wayne to shut up, they'll be fine. If Rattigan was doing for the Jamaican government, or Wayne was doing for the Jamaican government, the way they are out there and putting forward information and opening, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. But the fact that we are doing things and saying to the Jamaican people, be an informed voter, be edified about what it is that you're about. Don't just get up and vote and don't tell your vote. As Wayne said, don't walk on the graves of don't trample on the graves of the ancestors that fought for your right to vote. Be serious about it. Don't sell it for upon a bad rice. Don't sell it for something that look like beef but is donkey meat. I mean, be serious about your vote. So had it not been for these platforms, and I'm like, what would happen? And it is not about it's not that we don't have lives of our own to live. Of course we do. But we have to do it in the name of country, because party is bigger than country.
You're a professional woman.
Is bigger than country is bigger than party. And we want to see better for the Jamaicans, because who are affected? We are all affected. Because for anybody who has to take part in who sends remittances, we're all affected. So when they're running their mouth and talking about, you don't vote, don't you? So you don't know. We are affected. Because if the systems work, then it will take pressure off many of those who are sending remittances and barrels and all of that. We are saying the system needs to work and the system needs to be better. So nobody is here because they have nothing better, they're wasting time. We are here in the interest of country and people and trying to make it a better place. The day that corruption is even 50% less than it is now,
we're gone.
It'll be a good day.
We're gone.
Let me say this. Yesterday when Mr. Vegas came on, he was talking about the standing order that Juliet Holness created in the House, overriding the Constitution when it came to how they should release that report. Once it's tabled, of course, the name's supposed to go out to the public.
Yeah.
And I was asking querying the system, because I was trying to find out is the standing order in competition with the Constitution? Are they allowed to amend the Constitution in a way that they use in the standing order to block this from coming out, right? And
sorry to cut you, but when you have a constitution, you have a written constitution, you can't go around the constitution, you know, unless you amend the constitution.
And that's what they're doing. That's
exactly, Sir Herb. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, if you use a standing order go in the constitution, brother.
So
you have to amend the constitution.
I said it.
You cannot go around the constitution, sir.
Of course, exactly. But you see, but Sir Herb and Wayne and Aromatic, but do you realize that the current situation that they're having with the not tabling of reports started with Dalrymple, you know?
Yes.
When she saw her name and she decided that, oh no, I'm going to do this and my ruling is final. Remember that statement?
Yes,
ruling is final.
That's where it started.
That is where it started, you know.
Yes.
But that is not the tradition or the norm. That's not how it's supposed to be done. So it has continued and it seems to be getting worse. These are not personal letters. These are not personal documents. These are the government, the people's business.
All right. So, matter of fact, let me just say something. When you have a written constitution for any country, when you are commit something, you have to follow after the constitution. You don't go over it or do something and not bigger than it. The constitution stand unless you amend the constitution. Nobody said this bigger or not bigger than the constitution. So it
that's the law of the land
and everything. Like you said, the forefather, this somewhere, and then go back and look. If this is something where you get amend, you amend it, and it work. But if you don't amend it, you can't come like me that come and me in that some right something and say, hey, bigger than the constitution. Nothing can go so, brother. Nothing can go so. You understand? Yeah, unless you can, override the constitution. You can't bigger than the constitution. You follow, you do things to follow. Because them leave a guidelines, So you do things follow that guidelines. Unless it's a dictator country. You understand? Anybody that
but here's another thing. Here's another thing, Sir Herb.
That mean him not ready for law yet neither.
Right. Here's another thing, Sir Herb, which the point.
That's why them have. I'm sorry. That's why them have. Them have mattress now. Are looking at the constitution because them want go amend some things of be able to suit themselves.
Yes.
That's why them do that. That's why them have the mattress and do that. No, I'd say constitution and minister. For looking at it, them are try amend. So the other day when them want to keep strike fire, don't them amend the constitution to keep her? Them because you have to do these things.
Yes, definitely.
Like the Prime Minister bigger than the Constitution. No. And I like you follow this thing. You right bigger than it neither. Unless you amend it, you say, okay, this was that. Even if them are gonna charge you something, them gonna amend something for raise this, or them are gonna do this. Say appear that them do. You have the Constitution, you're not bigger than it. Nobody not bigger than that, man. It did it for a guideline, man. See? People if know that's a simple thing for your work and know. You couldn't just come in as a government and just say, okay, I have a constitution, I ignore it. That means it's a dictator country. So you couldn't write something for yourself and say, this is what I use. I not for the break the law. If you go to prison then. Unless it's a dictator country, you take it over and do something.
But another thing that came to
encourage with Trump, how much of them going to prison? Because they tell about the insurrection or what it name and they tell about one them have constitution where you follow.
Right.
So now when them say, hey, me never break the law, but them they know.
But you see the misrepresentation is Sir Herb.
When I think they come out, what's your name? Where the liar? Where the liar, the one with Mia, where him name again?
Giuliani.
And him chat about the crap. Where him broke now,
Giuliani.
Good. Yeah. And like the one of them on them, me a liar and chat about the crap. When you break laws, break the constitution and you do some things where and then you spread what you have face that,
Which is right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, but another thing you see Wayne and Herb and Aromatic, what came out, and we have to be careful, especially when people are in certain positions of power and have big platforms, they must use it carefully. They must use it in consideration of the persons who might take what they say seriously. Because the idea that he was putting forward sounds to me as if he's saying her being the speaker can just do whatever she wants when she wants. That is not so. She does not have the authority.
Exactly.
She doesn't have the authority. No. What I'm saying is it's not. No, I'm saying what. See, what was being put forward. No. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is that she doesn't have the authority. She does not have the authority to make decisions. Oh, she has to follow it. And she cannot just come and just make a law and say, I'm going to. No, she doesn't have the authority to not table reports when they come to Parliament. She must table the reports when they come to Parliament. And that's what I'm trying to say is people mustn't use their platforms to send this kind of message out there, because it's the wrong message that they are sending. And people are easily influenced and will think that, oh, well, she's doing her job and people are putting pressure on her for doing. No, that is not true. She's not doing her job the way it's supposed to be done. And therein lies the problem.
Our job is more like standing orders, be a referee. I know you come from one, it's just a referee, you know. So when you attack, you seem like you're a court. That's why she's not there, man. She can't adjourn it or calm down or something. So you have standing orders where you follow. And I like no great. She doesn't follow the standing orders. Yeah? And follow, if you get something on the table, make sure that and that you read them out. That's why you are there. Something come with the name, you excuse, and you make the deputy take over. That's what the other one should do. When she say, I rule, no, you see your name on it, zoop, conflict of interest, you come off and you give him. Excuse yourself, make him read it out. Whether you like it or not. Because you're not bigger than the law. The law of the land, no one, there's not bigger than the law. So it's right, you know. The Constitution, you know. It's there. Even you have something when them writing a forced order, and them fees a book up, but when you read the Constitution, you tell us, hey, we don't break the law, you know. Because you have something where we don't study this, we don't get a little book. And they say, me a police and this. We're police to the first, so you protect and reassure. We have something, remember, you know, when you do so, it have to go through the court because everybody innocent until proven guilty. In a Jamaica, them just say, I him do this, and them angry like you're a prisoner or something. No. Yeah, we have the police like a bunch of we catch you, we charge you. But them can't send you up. Them not supposed to send it. Number one, if them tell lie, them for go to prison for that, you know. When you get a youth, because I get a youth, they tell lie for them and all these things for stopping, you know. When you find out so them tell lie, them forget this charge, if you lock them up.
If you tell lie to the feds, they're in trouble, brother. If you tell lie to the feds, they're in trouble.
That's why you can't do that. That most of the time, them that tell you, and that send you to prison for a long time, the lie. You must not do it. So you know you're not supposed to come and tell lie as a police officer, and you tell lie upon them youth and you go prison them. It's wrong. Sometimes them say they know the meaning of certain things because a man does tell them, like them have a supervisor say, yo, go stop them there, you know, and this. You know, me have the powers, and they never read because me read the Constitution, them not read it, you know. You understand it? You understand what I say? So a man does
which is right.
You talk to him and them get mad. Listen, when a man commit a crime in a Jamaica, anyway, you know, commit a crime against a police, you commit a, number one, if him are the victim, him can't do nothing about it. If you have an ex-police, can investigate. If him turn the victim. You understand? If him turn the victim, ex-police investigate. And then when you commit a crime, you know, commit a crime against a police, you know, like you come out to you for dead, you commit a crime against the state. Same for just treat it as is on a professional level. If a man come and say, hey, you boy, you're not supposed to beat man and thump him up and do all kind of things and send me a police, we can do it, you assault him, you forget charge. That's why them kill the youth and no, where the police them in the state, where them there? We send up the man the neck, George them name.
George Floyd, and they're prison man.
Them thing there, you know, them that tell lie and get away, you know.
Yeah.
Them are going up a prison.
Yeah, which is right.
Even the one when I touch him. From the source when I said, the man I said, listen, him are dead, you know. Come on, fine. When I just them not do it, what do you think happen? You understand? It's bad.
It's right.
It's bad.
Listen, people have to use their platforms, and people with power have to take their power seriously and not just use it, you know, for the sake of using it. Be considerate of the audience that they are talking to. and what the information that they are putting out there, because misinformation causes harm. And the facts are there. There's no need to come and behave like you're fool, you don't have any sense. And no, man, come on. People need to do better. People need to do better. And stop with the die-hearted, because the die-hearted is not getting anybody anywhere. The facts are there. The Constitution is there as a guide. And the thing is, the truth is that the JLP has been running roughshod around the Constitution for a while now. And they have not been really taken to task about it. And so they keep doing it and doing it. And it is just it's just happening in every facet of the society. Where people are just doing whatever they want, and nobody is holding them to account for it. And then you have people coming out and defending the indefensible.
You're so right. You're so right. And I'm saying, if somebody have their platform, I don't care what you do with your platform, but you're not gonna use my platform to push your agenda. And my people, who for weeks, for months, for years, I am trying to bring things to their awareness so that they can think. And the next time around they can make the right decision. But me not take nobody come confuse me people them. You know, go brother, me cut you off. Bye-bye.
I agree with you on that, but it is also important to know how other people think, because when you need to have somebody to say, no, what you're saying is rubbish. That's not how it works. Because if they are on their platforms and just saying whatever they want and there's nobody to push back, then they need to be on a platform where somebody's going to say, no, that is not how it goes. That is not the law. She doesn't have the right to do that. This is how the thing must be done. This is not a personal matter. This is the matter of the government. This is the people's matter. Who pays her? The people pay her. The people pay the prime minister. The people pay the opposition leader. The people pay Queen E. Even he's behaving like a skettle. It cannot be. They have to be different. It cannot continue. People need to be serious about what it is that they are saying and the information that they are putting out there and what it is that they are justifying and condoning, because it has a domino effect. And you know who gets hurt? The people at the bottom of that. The people at the bottom of that.
Every time.
Anyway, at times I go, me say why you Tino, you know. People, they want to Tino, so you know.
Yeah.
Now eat me bickle. Me can't say what me say, you know. Me just eat me bickle. Me sure that I sense she hungry like a cat. Me never know cat. But actually, me gonna play what you say to, you know, to the people. Them, me hear what she say.
When somebody say you're hungry like a church mouse.
Now, I mean, shut up. Somebody say, hey, I mean, show them think I say attack what that me up. No, man, I put me side on a bush shot, man. Church mouse. Yeah, put me side a bush shot for man. Eh? Yeah, man. Now put me side. Now put me side on a bush shot. Tell them to put me side on a bush shot, share it. I think I use you're hungry like a cat or something, you know. Church mouse. Anyway. Yeah, man. Family
blessings,
and family.
my friend. Aromatic blessings. My brother Wayne.
My sister.
Have a good night.
Yes.
All right. Much appreciated. Yes, yes.
Blessed week.